Woo!
It's a thing. They can hear us.
We are live on the internet, yeah.
Full combo.
Hey. Welcome, guys. How's everyone doing? I realized chat and people watching can't answer, so that's fine. Hey!
I mean, they can answer, you just won't see it.
Just silence, acknowledging
A silence
the writing.
acceptance. Let's go.
Welcome, everyone, to our second episode of Fight Club RP. We had a pretty darn cool episode last week, a pretty good kickoff episode, I would say. It was an evening at the Masquerade Bowl. A lot of interesting encounters. I think we had some really fun RP opportunities, got to know a bit of the characters a whole bunch. So if ever you guys missed that, eventually we'll be on YouTube if you search for Fight Club RP. But for now, for those watching live, today in this mid-April 2021, you can find the VOD just in the past broadcasts of this Twitch channel if ever you missed the first episode. It's a great little intro for everybody. I also gave a good intro to the universe and what we're seeing, which I won't necessarily do every time. So thanks for tuning in. Again, we appreciate people tuning back in for the second week in a row. I don't have anything necessarily to go through real quick. Round table, anybody have questions, follow-ups from last week? If not, we'll get right into the hangover section.
Yeah, our merch store is now live for you UK folks out there.
Where were we going?
Hashtag the dream.
Amazing.
All right.
Hashtag the dream.
No, I don't have anything, but I definitely think I would love to actually, this is me personally, I want to hear the monologue because I didn't get to last week because, oh my God, I was just going ape shit with these cameras.
I feel like pre-stream we're having a conversation of, do what you gotta do, but try not to throw me off too much. Start with, can you repeat the entire 4 or 5 paragraph from last week?
You know what? We'll just, we'll do it later. It's fine. We'll do it later.
He dies first.
I'll give a long-winded recap. How's that?
Love that.
There you go.
I
Also,
love that
guys,
for me.
watch the VODs, players and viewers.
It turns me into panic mode every time now.
You did great. So hats off to Brutus, who did a great job setting up the cameras and the overlay and everything you guys are seeing. So
Masks off.
Masks off. Bowler hats off. All right. Well, if we hop right into it then, if we do a quick little recap of last week's episode, the whole party began the evening in a carriage along with Lord Zacharias Marquis. Lord Zacharias, I keep saying Lord, Marquis Zacharias Brexley, who invited you post a combat that you guys had in a little rundown town to join up in his, I think we called it a caravazine, something like that.
Caravagine? What?
Marquis?
Caravagine.
Too soon, guys, too soon. You guys had some interesting dialogue with him, trying to understand just how peculiar this Marquis was, why he suddenly adopted you and took you on to his castle. It seemed so sudden and out of the blue in the region of Silver Marches, in which you guys are. You made your way through the Silverwood towards the Castella di Brax after a few conversations with him and his caravannazine, eventually rolling up into his castle, essentially his mansion castle, fancy marquee estate, in which upon arrival you realized there was some sort of masquerade event going on, and out of his excitement and all his joy and weird happiness and seeing all you guys pop up to join in the evening's events, he handed you off to his associate, not too sure, called Sewing Needle, who is essentially, the comments I got from last week's episode, is basically a, not a tabaxi, a Khajiit version of Edna Mode.
Yes, that's right.
From The Incredibles, yeah.
That checks out.
Who basically disguised you guys, and you all had a fancy evening with Miss Sewing Needle, who equipped you all into the fanciest of garments and the nice fancy poof, the masks. basically got you guys all vamped up, and it's important that you remember what you guys look like, because you're going to look like that until, I believe she said, midday the following day. So you have some enchanted clothing that's going to keep you looking fancy in the evening's wear. So you guys popped out, had the typical slow-mo walk out of the room, down the stairs, party entrance, looking like a bunch of badasses, and proceeded to eating the glorious amounts of food, seeing all the fancy, super rich, posh people hanging around. Proceeded to a tarot card reading of some sorts. Got some fortunes read, some that seemed to trouble others, maybe insightful into some character backgrounds. We're not too sure, but it was a roll of the dice that definitely came out quite interesting. Eventually, the Marquis invited you back to his room for a little discussion, requesting upon him having his fortune read, seeing if there was some sort of insight that could be gained from his tarot reading. You guys head back to his quarters, and he revealed to you that in his eternal search for knowledge and history, and for some reason the very specific fascination for a very unique book, he revealed to you all that he had a sort of rotating book in a glass, airtight sort of compartment chamber, that upon lifting the glass, the book transformed to some sort of like little ball of energy whizzing around the room, whizzing around Vickrell, and then the Marquis, using some sort of magical arcane ability, capturing this little ball of energy and turning it back into a book and resealing it into its compartment, explained to you guys that he sent for someone to go into the conclave of Silvery Moon, which is the Gem of the North, the main capital city within these Silver Marches regions. He received a book back, found out it was not a book, and some sort of creature that had been created by arcane means. I believe he called it a Ging Watsim, is what he called it. And said that, he'd take you guys up on, a potential offer to go in and find out where is the real book and return the real book to him within a very crunch timeline of 72 hours. You guys accepted. He paid some a hefty sum of gold. I believe 75 gold was given immediately in these rolls of coins to King, to Lorath, as well as to Vickrell. Brachus, on the other hand, requested that he may gain some knowledge from this particular book. Marquis, taken sort of aback, eventually accepted because of some very strong rolls there. And then let you guys live out and enjoy the rest of your evening festivities. Some having a lot of fun, from my understanding, but I think that's where we're going to take off now. As you all wake up the next morning, you were given quarters for the evening, with these nice sofas. One of the rooms in which you were actually dressed the first time. You guys were offered to rest there. You slowly wake up. If everyone actually fell asleep or just partied all night. I would like to give you guys an opportunity to maybe just quickly remind the folks of who exactly you guys are. Very rapidly, quickly what you look like, just like race, class, and where you guys think you're waking up, and a quick recap of what you think you did throughout the evening. So
I would be happy to go first.
Go ahead, Brachus.
Okay, I am Brachus this evening. I did not drink last night. I did, however, eat a lot of rice and am mildly bloated because of said activities. I am a human monk. I like to fight, and we're going to hopefully see some of that today, so we'll see. And yeah, I think that mostly I finished eating. I probably sat in some conversation with King. And then I assume we slept in that room that we all bathed in. With a big...
Yeah, that was the room in which the Marquis actually requested that they bring in extra sort of velvety sofas, enough for you guys all to rest on. So they would have brought in at least a sofa for each of you. Maybe 2 sofas for King and Lorath. Who knows? Yeah.
Like a
pretty large
sofa.
Hey.
Sorry, guys. That's
Boo.
the only one. Brachus is not a dad. He won't be making those jokes. That's my night, I think.
Okay. Do we feel like there's a conversation that you'd like to sort of wind back on and sort of go through? Like, was there something in specific you wanted to discuss with King? I think that's where we ended, actually. I think Vickrell and Brackus wanted to talk to King a little. I don't know if you guys want to go through that now or.
Man. I'm in the corner just. Which one do you want it?
I'm not sure if we had something in mind. I just know that both Vickrell and myself are just interested in King. He's giant. We watched him lose his first fight, but he's also been like, I don't know. He seems to simultaneously understand rich people, but not have any idea what our idioms are, like dressed to the nines. So
it's definitely becoming more and more apparent to you guys that he is not of the same, culture and environment that you guys are. I think that would definitely show in like his mannerisms and.
Is this like first thing the next morning?
This is. So Brackus explained a bit what he did. He basically got bloated on rice, talked to people, and fell asleep.
Yo, we've all been there.
There you go.
Big rice night, So Lorath is sleeping on a bed that is not big enough for him. He drank and partied all night. Has probably had a couple hours of sleep, snoring loudly, aggressively, and is just out. Completely, you guys could be smacking him in the face and he's just gone. Partied hard, and still bright as the sun, yellow, I believe.
Yeah, fell asleep with your Big Bird mask on. For some reason, I pictured this bright yellow Big Bird mask on.
Exactly, and I don't. There's a picture on my family's Facebook of me falling asleep in my brother's bed when I was 22, and I feel like it's like that. He's in a toddler's bed, just passed out.
Okay, so I definitely think that for Lorath specifically, we will begin the morning with a Constitution saving throw.
That seems about right.
Because I feel like I roll those in real life after I drink heavily. So I wake up and I just roll a d20.
Interestingly, never roll above a 10. I don't understand.
It's actually a pretty solid. That's a pretty solid 18.
Ooh, he's a fortitude heavy man. So. Yeah. You're a big guy. You can tank quite a lot. So none of that morning nausea. Actually, you eventually wake up. Probably last, but I can imagine Lorath waking up and just being top shape, doing some push-ups, ready to roll. Let's go again type vibe.
Oh yeah, big stretches. Kind of confused on where he's at, but he's kind of always confused right now on where he's at. Mm-hmm. So just gonna kind of stretch and kind of watch everybody else as they kind of wake up, but. No signs of a hangover, which is surprising.
He's doing his morning yoga, salute to the sun. You know.
Both me and Lorath are very surprised about that.
All right. King, how would you have spent your evening, and how's your morning going?
Evening. I would have probably found a corner somewhere away from people and just observed for a little bit, and once the party would have died down. In that same corner, I would have pulled out my random dulcimer that I carry around. It's a 10-string dulcimer, and the strings are the strings are always torn. So because I got nails and stuff. So I start to restring it slowly. Tie the strings together, and just sit there until the night goes out. And are
you just fixing the dulcimer, or were you actually playing it a little?
No, I don't play it. I just when I fix the strings, I strum it, and the strings break. Some of them break, and then I restring it again.
Because of the sharp Leonin fingernails, he's like, I got it. Ding, blink. Oh.
Yeah.
It starts right over.
Damn it. And I don't drink because alcohol is bad for cats.
Alcohol's technically bad for humans.
We were having this conversation in your Discord earlier, I believe.
Probably.
That's right.
All right.
So I would have hunted down some warm milk. And
there's a lot available in the morning, for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
We'll get to that in a second.
So I sleep. I mess up that guy's couch, bad.
Oh yeah, are you like one of those like cat scratch? Yes, exactly, GB. And you just
Yeah.
Or like while I'm sleeping.
Hair everywhere.
Making biscuits.
I got to torch that couch.
I do that thing where you try to massage the couch out.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
And,
Lorath was probably drunk enough that when he went to bed, saw you doing it and did the same. He was just
Hmm.
all right. So Vikril, how did your evening go?
Yes. Vikril had a pretty pleasant night. He drank, but he didn't overindulge. He knew his limits, but he's also in a strange place surrounded by a lot of people, and he doesn't really have a nice exit strategy if he does something stupid. So he kept himself under control. Mostly people watched all night through the ball, looked for any interesting characters, and probably made some conversation. Just always interested in the odd folk. If he saw an opportunity to make easy money, in the form of some sort of swindle or, magic trick, as it were, kind of pool sharking around the place too, looking for gold, making performances every now and then. He definitely found it interesting when we were talking to the Marquise, when he was asking us to retrieve his book, that King was very interested in, freely handing out justice. Like, what do you want us to do with this guy? And Vikril is like, in his head, he's like, well, we weren't paid for that, so who gives a shit? But he found that interesting, so that'll probably come up later on the ride.
Okay.
But he's holding off for now.
Yeah, because Brackus brought up the same thing, so I figure we'll save that conversation for when you guys feel comfortable and play it out. I would say that.
God, I hope we find him. I'm so excited.
Let me see. So Vikril spent the evening trying to do many things. I will give you the choice between a sleight of hand check and a perception check. So you can decide if you want to try and gain some knowledge from this party or gain some coin.
There's a lot more coin to be had at this party than there is knowledge, I feel. So let's do a good old sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. There you go.
We rolled a 9 plus 4, 13.
13? Okay. So not the easiest party. You do manage to get something, but in general, people noticed the four of you's demeanor a little more. As in, you guys are noticeably not nobles or noticeably, remarkably not individuals who are used to this type of environment. So people are a bit more cautious around you. I'd say, Vikril, you handle yourself pretty well around these type of people. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Just a straight roll? Yep. That would be an 8.
All right. You pocket 8 silver.
All right. Fantastic.
All right. So eventually, after the evenings, different goals, different, I'd say priorities throughout the evening from the group, which is interesting. You guys wake up the next morning, one by one, do your morning stretches, and eventually, when you're all prepared and ready to go out, you're welcome to exit your rooms if you guys don't have any morning discussions amongst yourself. No one wakes you up. No one comes to knock at the door or anything.
I think Lorath is probably gonna go and sit real close to Vikril and sit down kind of heavily, Vikril, my boy, what's the plan for the day?
Why do you sound so old all of a sudden?
Sound old?
Oh, my. Well, the first plan is shower?
You need to take a shower?
You should shower.
I should shower.
At least, you seem to be doing much better than you smell, but you reek of alcohol.
I'm gonna do. Lorath's gonna do
not that kind of smell. It's coming out of your pores.
You get a waft, though. There definitely is some sort of that kind of smell as he lifts his arm.
Maybe both. Please take a shower.
I suppose that would be a good idea.
The bathwater from the night before has not been drained, so you're welcome in bathing in cold morning used bathwater by literally this entire party.
That's right. What the hell's a shower? It's a bath. Showers don't exist yet.
It's a bath. It's a bath. Or you can go and like stand out in the rain. Go roll in the swamp.
Laura's just gonna go over and like kind of like when no one's looking and just take like a little bit out of his hand and like clean his underarm.
Yeah.
And then like
the quick morning after shame.
Yeah, and then go through his hair and then just
yeah, we've been there.
Yeah, he's done.
Okay. Vikral, noticeably, literally no difference.
Love it. That's better. Okay.
But really, what are we doing today?
We're going to Silvery Moon. You know we're going to Silvery Moon.
Yes, I knew that.
Why are we going to Silvery Moon, Lorath?
Well, why not? Is a good question. Let's go.
Insight check.
Insight check to see if he knows what the hell he's talking about?
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
Sure, go for it.
Oh,
I'm not
God,
sure constant damage even knows why you're going to
That's
He's
a
always
2.
in
I think he's still drunk from the night before is where my
Sure.
brain goes. Like he was just blackout.
I would definitely like to have Lorath roll in case it is a 1.
Oh god, just like a straight 20.
And you can add your wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Okay, still pretty bad, but
Yeah.
you can't read past that apparently. The smell is just blinding your senses. It's horrible.
Well, are the others up yet?
By this
Everyone
time,
is.
I'm awake for sure. The sound of Vikral's bath woke me. Or not Vikral, excuse me, Lorath's bath.
We got you.
Which was not at all quiet.
It's like a dog like spit.
Lorath does not know quiet.
Roll a stealth check. -17.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys eventually all gather. You all ready to head back out. You guys open the door. I don't know who's walking out first, but you would see Sewing Needle on the outside of the door, just sort of like sitting down and currently like knitting something together. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Hello. You sleep nice?
Yes. Sewing needle. Thank you.
Excellent. May I draw you a warm bath this morning?
I believe I'm okay.
I would love one. Lovely.
Excellent. I will draw a warm bath. You may go and enjoy the continental breakfast of the morning, and it will be ready for your return. The horses for the day, the master has informed me they will also be ready whenever you're ready to head out. And we have 4 horses ready for your voyage to Silvery Moon. Lovely, Vikral. Okay. She'll go back in and she'll begin immediately just sort of like wiping down, replacing some of the thing. You see her approach the couch that like King and Lorath were both on, and you just hear her mutter below her breath as you guys are leaving. Oh, I will need to burn these.
There's no coming back.
Oh, this is over for good. All right. So you guys head down, and just like the night before, a little less ruckus, obviously a little less partying, and there's no masks anymore. But there is a large spread of food, just cheese and bread and butters and omelette du croissant du fromage. You know, the whole shebang.
Give me a crepe.
Give me a crepe. The bong and the bleeds. Austin Powers got to be there for a second.
Smoking a pancake.
Pipe and a crepe. Bong and a waffle. So you guys sit down. You have basically this large spread of food. There's not a lot of people in the castle. Definitely, a lot of the people, when you first approach, there was a lot of carriages and stuff like that. So you imagine that throughout the evening, some people did leave, although, people started leaving when the sun was coming up. Like, it seems like the the group of people that were at this this castella were definitely party people used to the early morning times. So pretty much just you guys and a few other people. There definitely seemed to have been some people that fell asleep in different rooms, had some wild nights, and are also just sort of taking a quick breakfast and probably heading out shortly as well.
There's that one guy in the corner with the Sharpie of a dick on his face.
Of course. Of course. Any party is not a true party if there's not one guy that's got dicks all over his face.
I assume at least a few of these people are keeping their masks on this morning.
You definitely see some guys that were like, there's like 2 of them, and as they see a group of 4 come down, they're just like, oh. Just like putting on the shades of shame in the morning, you know? But like fortune teller, fire breather, all that are all gone. You basically see a bunch of what you imagine are house servants just going around like sweeping, cleaning up, replacing some of the foods on platters and stuff like that. All silver, gold platters, way over the top shit. But you guys are welcome to have your fill.
Yep. Lorath isn't gonna hold back. Like that night, the morning breakfast after a night of drinking, just 2 hands. Cakes, bacon, whatever you can get, just...
Yeah, 2 handsing, yes, okay. All right, lots of fruits as well. There's lots of fruits. You know, watermelon is always good. For you kids out there watching, watermelon is great after for a hangover. Filled with water, great for your cells.
Yeah, all those kids...
Biology nerd here. Yeah. Watermelon is great.
Also,
Really?
just sprinkle some table salt into your water. That will also help things.
You can also just start drinking again first thing when you wake up.
No, don't listen.
Two out of 3 of those things will work better for you.
It's a test, guys.
Yeah.
It's a test.
So I'm gonna go grab some fruit, and I'm also going to get a little bit of the breads and kind of stow them away, just for the trip.
Okay.
I like to have a little bit of food on me.
Sure. I'd imagine you all like, you know, you guys all have like sort of this leather pouch, this like tanned leather pouch in which you can keep your provisions. Food will go bad over the normal time the food goes bad, but you're able to like stock it for knowing that you have a long, you know, ride ahead of you.
Yeah.
So, perfect. All right. Eventually, you guys see, as you're eating, you eventually see the Marquis come down in a beautiful morning dress coat. Essentially, it's got like some moons and stars on it, sort of like these purples and golds. And underneath, he's got like almost like a full gentleman suit and scarf going on, but has the overcoat that kind of looks like a morning robe, but you could basically go walk out in the middle of a city and he'd look just fine. So he walks down again with his cane in the morning, not because he has a limp, but because he's rich. He walks down, makes his way immediately in your direction, immediately starts having some little briskets, you know, next to you guys. Good morning. How did everyone rest? I hope that the accommodations were to your liking.
They were. Thank you.
They were excellent.
Excellent. I told Sewing Needle to draw you all a hot bath should you need it, as well as get some horses ready, so I imagine that if she's done her job right for what I pay her, you've already been informed of all this.
We have.
Perfect. She may keep her employment. I'm just jesting. Not really. All right. You see, yesterday he had his hair in like a ponytail. Today he's got like his hair loose, and it's flowing just a little below the shoulders, like these dark brownish hair, a little combed more to one side than the other. Obviously, again, looking very presentable. So I imagine that after the party last night, you spent the morning strategizing on what exactly you're going to do, how you're going to do it. Lorath, you know what you're doing, right?
Of course, Mr. Brexley.
Atalad.
Marquis, can you tell us, do we have at least someone that we can go search out when we get to town? It seems that you don't quite know, or I don't quite know who I'm going to talk to when we get to town.
Well, what I may advise you is that in Silvery Moon there is an area known as the Conclave. For those that are not familiar with the area, the Conclave is the university and the ground of knowledge within the city. Within one of the buildings within the Conclave is known as the Vault of Sages. Vault of Sages No one's heard of it. No. I'd assume that Vicarol and Brackus, you guys have definitely heard of the Vault of Sages. Vault of Sages is actually considered to be, it's a famous library. Definitely, some would consider it to be the greatest collection of knowledge in all of Faerun, competing with the great
Candlekeep?
Library of Candlekeep.
Okay.
The Vault of Sages is one of the only places in this portion of the world that would hold such an intricate and specialized book. Naturally, that's where I sought it out, and...
Would I know if we would have an easy time accessing such a place?
You could ask him. You would assume... I'd say Brackus would assume that just with the difficulty that you had in getting in certain areas in Everlund, which is a smaller city in Silvery Moon, you imagine this is probably the type of place where you'd also have trouble getting in.
Okay.
But
At least through the front door.
Yeah, that is my question. Then, how would we gain access to such a place? How did you gain access to such a place, sir?
I can get access anywhere. And one of the perks of working in my employment is I have provided you with a letter that you may use this letter and provide it anyone who is stopping you from getting in anywhere. And essentially the letter, if you didn't read it, says that you're acting on my behalf and have full authorization from the Marquis Braxley to access such areas as you're acting on my behalf. Obviously, if you would go and do some nonsense in the city of Silvery Moon or in the surrounding areas that the Knights of Silver or the Silver Watch would catch you doing, again, let me remind you that you're acting on my behalf, so I'm extending you the benefit of portraying the right image as well for me. I'd appreciate it. I'd like to not hear about any events that went on, any tomfoolery.
Okay, so Loreth is gonna stand up immediately and do one of those things where like you pull like the tablecloth with you because he has it like tucked in. Like he's gonna stand up and like honor and just like tell Brexley like, you can count on us, sir.
I'm not even gonna make you roll. Like, you just stand up, and with your height as you stand up, you hear some of these like golden and silver platters and cups just sort of like cling, 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 cling. Some of the food falls on the ground. He looks at the other three. Acting on my behalf.
Of course. You might have made some assumptions of your own based on what skills each of us possesses, but am I to understand that as long as it's not heard about, you would like this book back by any means we are capable?
I think that's a fair assumption. If I can get the book and not hear about a damn thing, no matter what was done, I'm a happy Marquis.
Okay. How does one get the title of Marquis, if you don't mind me asking? Is it a birthright?
It's an evolution of titles. You can start as a lord and then evolve into captain, marquis, protector, and other titles, and so on and so forth. There are certain ways to acquire the title, or by birthright as well. It is a possibility. Eventually one can aspire to be prince, or something a bit more noble as well. One can dream.
Maybe even a king.
Maybe even a king. Mr. Montgomery, don't you serve a lord?
I do. However, it's far west in Neverwinter, just outside, so different lands, different regions. It's all so confusing.
It's confusing to the man that serves the lord.
Not serves, he's my uncle.
Ah.
I'm not involved as much into that side of things.
And you have no aspirations to gain such a title yourself.
Oh, aspirations I have plenty, but my aspirations require less responsibility.
Interesting. Well, I was thinking of this last night, and I did draft up something. I would like you eventually, on your travels, or if you could even post a letter from the city of Silver Moon. Post haste, I would also appreciate it upon your arrival. An introduction letter of myself. I would like to meet this Lord of Three Peaks. So if you could please post this for me, I'd appreciate. In terms of expanding, I've never heard of this lord, and I'd like to expand my as we do.
Fair enough.
Martini.
It's a small hamlet, but I will send it out as we reach Silvery Moon.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What time of the day are we planning on leaving, folks?
Well,
Right after breakfast, I assume, right?
Yeah,
We
we're
should-
on a short timetable.
We should
Yeah.
get going very
I'd say let's go as soon as possible.
Did anyone still need to bathe, Vickrol?
Who's
if you would-
bathing Vickrol? I'm not bathing.
Vickrol lets
Oh,
out
I see.
a good chuckle.
A good guffaw.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I understand.
I will be bathing Vickrol. Give me just a moment. And 5 minutes later, Vickrol comes back. 10 minutes, yada yada.
Sure. I'd assume the others literally just keep eating. So.
I'd like to go see the horses. I've never ridden a horse before.
Oh, that's great
Ooh.
to tell your DM.
Make an animal handling check with disadvantage,
Yes,
my friend.
sir.
Also, interesting. How would a Leonin look on a horse?
Oh,
I
God.
think we're gonna send that to the imagination of the mind. What that would look like. Gonna send that one over to the Mind Palace. Okay, so you guys wrap up your business and any last minute food. Put some rations away, I'd assume. So I'd assume that from the table, you guys are welcome to put aside at least a day's rations so that you can make the travel without having to cook or hunt or something like that. So you guys would have taken enough for that. Okay. So you guys get ready to head out. So just to remind you guys, have about at full horse speed, probably 8 hours of travel ahead. So if you leave early morning, as it is now, you would be able to reach the city. Considering if you would blitz straight through Everlund, which the main road goes right through. So if you don't make a pit stop there, you could make it by nightfall.
So what you're saying is, by the time we get to town, we're already gonna have turned into pumpkins. As far
Pretty
as our
much.
clothes. Okay.
Yes.
Can you hang on the map brought to you by
Yep.
ForceVVT.com, VTT.com, where we are?
Yeah. So you guys are about here, just sort of on the outskirts of the forest. You're not deep within the forest within this castle. Just sort of as you come out of the forest, there's a bit of a pathway and a little bridge that's been built. And kind of you see these little mounds. It's basically a little mound right on the edge of the Evermoors before it gets into the deep, what you guys would know as being a bit more dangerous area of the moors. So he's really on the outskirts.
Okay.
And you guys are heading to Silvery Moon up here. Doink, right there.
8 hours?
Oh man, my crotch is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
That needs to be our new subscriber soundbite.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man, my crotch is gonna hurt. All right. So you guys are heading out?
Yes.
Unless
Okay.
we have any reason to stay.
All right.
So our wardrobe dressed to the nines is vanished, or is it
Still there.
Oh, sweet.
It's there when we leave, right?
Yeah, what Sewing Needlehead advised you guys is that you're gonna de-pumpkin around lunchtime.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right.
I just see
Okay.
this. I see this slow motion of us galloping on horses and just looking like we partied all night in these get-ups. It's all stained and dirty, and we got me on a horse and the giant cat on a horse. The guy who doesn't know how to
Ride
ride a
my
horse.
horse down the old town
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
We are a sight to be seen, for
So
sure.
we're going in a carriage, right? We're not riding horses.
I believe we're riding separate horses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're riding
that's-
horses. Unless for some reason you guys want to be two people on the same horse and make it real funny and awkward. I'm down for that.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, so you head outside. I'd say Brackus, you'd probably be leading because you're the one that seems to be a bit more curious about the horses. And you see that they are these fully grown horses. You know, no one's riding a mule or a pony. Even though it'd be really funny to do that to like Lorath, have him on like a donkey.
Me and King both riding donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their legs sticking straight out.
Yeah.
on both sides.
They're like, shoot me, please shoot me.
Yeah.
Kill the horse.
Yeah.
No, you guys will have like these massive, beautifully groomed, obviously very well maintained, don't look,
Oh.
you know, worn out saddles or anything. Beautiful, beautiful steeds. And you have, you know, bags on either side for traveling on either side of the saddles, and like you each have a little bedroll as well that you wouldn't have to acquire, that would be tied to the back of your saddle. Just imagine, you know, Red Dead style. You got a little blanket and a little bedroll tied up behind the saddle, all customized however you want.
Okay.
So yeah, these large horses.
Vickrol, have you ridden a horse?
I have.
What
Have
do
you?
Yes.
What do we do? Will it just let me up there? I've seen a lot of horses. I've never been on one.
Well,
You just hop
I would
up like
assume.
this, and then I'm just gonna jump right over, land right on my horse. Boom.
Oh, will you now?
I will. Let's do it.
You assume that fate wants you to do that. All right. So for those that have ridden a horse, you can get up no problem. For
Yeah.
those that you think it would be the first time that your character is riding a horse for whatever reason, I would like you guys to roll an animal handling check.
All
Just
right,
to
I
see
can
if
do that.
you can figure out how to just hold the animal to get on the animal, and then once you're on it, not jiggle to free the animal right out.
What if you
Uh,
think your character rode a horse before, but you're not really sure
Oh.
about your character's past?
Fair question.
Are you, as
Hey.
Lorath, are you proficient in animal handling?
No.
Well then, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but it feels like it's new.
Oh. My confidence
So-
is going away.
So I was gonna roll in Forge, but I seem to be logged in as Vickrol, so I need to.
Well, that's odd.
I agree.
Awkward.
I would agree. So
How-
let me.
How did that happen?
I'm not sure.
Awkward.
Back to join screen.
I can always give you guys passwords too.
Hey.
I don't think it's super
Hey,
needed.
nice.
So
See,
handle
Laura knows how to
animal
ride.
is wisdom, right?
Yes, wisdom.
All right.
I actually don't know.
I
what
rolled
it
a
is.
5. Well, I rolled a 4 plus
Nice.
a 1.
Nice. Okay. It's difficult, and I'm gonna describe to you a parallel experience of when I tried to get on a horse for the first time. So
Okay.
essentially, just the first part of awkwardly getting your leg up into this thing, you know, you've seen people riding horses, but you don't really realize, this is totally like snooze talking. You don't actually realize how big a horse is until you actually are at the point of having to get on a horse.
Right.
And you're just like, oh, I'm a nimble person. That's a big leg sweep. I should be able to do that. Nope. You just sort of have one of those where like you put your foot in, you're like, ugh. Nope. And you put your foot in, you're like, ugh. And you're just, it's just not working.
How often in your life do you do a step up by 3 feet?
Yeah.
Like you're skipping
You're
5
right.
stairs at once. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. Okay. So that's basically how I'm gonna handle it. I think. I go to get up and I like try and figure out the horse moves. It freaks me out.
Yeah, the horse is also kind of freaking out. So you'll
Yeah,
actually,
we're both a little nervous from each other.
right. Lorath, what did you get?
an 18.
Okay, Lorath, it's as if you've done this before. Just like, boom, let's go.
Can I also like see Brackus' struggle and like kind of come up next to his horse and try and like calm his horse down to like help him?
Sure, I'd say with an 18, you'd be able to not let the horse freak out and kick him.
Yeah,
Which would
'cause,
probably get rid of all his HP.
I grew up on a farm and I've ridden horses before, and a lot of it has to do with the horse. So like
Absolutely.
if you got a good horse, I mean you can kick it in the face and it's fine, it won't move. But
Children, again, don't use do
Right.
not kick a horse.
don't do as I say.
You will regret.
Yeah.
All right. So you're calming the horse, and around the corner, I'd assume Vickrol and King, you guys would be able to get on as well. Around the corner, running, you see Sewing Needle. She's like, Oh my dear, that's not good. That's not good. I thought you were all professionals. This is not good. And she brings essentially a little like step bench thing. Here, Mr. Brachis, here you go. Here you go. Use this. You step up, and she's doing this very awkward of like bending down and like holding your leg and bringing it up, and her face is getting really close to like awkward areas, but she doesn't care at all. And she just help, and you're like slowly watching a sewing needle like helps you put your leg
Thank
over.
you, sewing needle. So I kind of like get up and
You hold like this,
okay.
like this.
I think we found what Brachus fights for: his own dignity.
That is funny, lovely Vrekel. Okay, okay. So you hold like this. You don't wiggle on the horsey now. You just stay the stable and just let your horse follow the other horses, and it will know what to do.
Okay.
Pull back very lightly when you want it to stop. Do not startle the animal. I don't think it likes you.
What have I done wrong here?
You rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5. That's what I did wrong.
That's what you did wrong.
This is true.
All right. So you guys are all mounted on your horses, ready to head off. The Marquis sees you guys off one last time. So I'm expecting you, and I will see you for my next party. The next theme is all black. Feel free to plan accordingly, or we can just dress you again. Doesn't matter to me. Which is interesting because the night before his costume was essentially all black, like black cape and black mask. So
Right. Now
And
we're
he was
gonna
pissed that no one stuck to the theme, so he's like, "Fine."
Lorath's gonna be like, can't wait, Brexley, and like run by and give him like a high five, like as like he's like galloping on the horse, you just wham, high five.
he just like kind of like quickly like shoots up his cane and then catches it in the middle. So you hit the tip of the cane, just like. Brrr. All right, and you guys set off. So that was a horrible horse sound. I'm actually just gonna go get a horse sound, which I can do. It'll be much easier than my
Identical. It's like one of those you write at the grocery store.
shit. There's some sounds I can do. There's others that I cannot.
Kill the William Tell overture in the background.
Yeah.
I will say,
mhm.
we're at an hour. Should we take a quick break?
We are at an hour. I am good for a quick break as we take on the next leg of our journey, which will be the actual travel to Silvery Moon.
Come
50
back
miles.
and horse sounds.
See you guys in a little bit.
A little effect for when the stream starts.
Oh, there it is. That's a dice.
You guys red dyeing it tonight?
I'm
Yeah.
actually green dyeing tonight.
I'm still using my metal ones.
Got some green
I
and
am-
gold tonight.
Though
Okay.
I
Yeah,
have
too,
become aware of the fact that me fucking around with my dice is something people can hear. So it's over here.
Oh, but that's like
Did Summer bring that to your
D&D.
attention?
She was like, "Are you fucking with your dice?" And I was like, "Yes, man."
Wow.
That's
Get
like
told.
that's
I
like
have so many
D&D
D20s.
ASMR though.
Oh,
It
that's
is.
great.
That's the
People,
thing. is
I
I'm
mean,
just like,
Yeah.
I'm holding
love
these
Chat, here you
dice.
go.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Oh, wait, y'all. No, I'm using. I got this totally random, but I got like this. This is like a regular
Oh, that's
size
a-
D20,
Big honkus.
and it's like all out of wood, so it makes the most awesome sound when you roll it.
Oh, that's
That's-
right. Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Made
Nice
out of
like
wood.
engraved triple
Give
layered
us
wood.
give us a roll real quick. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Huge chungus.
Oh, it hit the side. That doesn't count.
That's my favorite one. It's like purple
3.
at the bottom. Red's
Dang it! I was hoping we'd get one of her 20s out. Damn it!
I would like to use one of my legendary 20s.
You wasted a bad roll. No.
No.
All right, let's hit the road, Jax.
Let's hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. So I have horse sounds rolling now, which is good. So we are now. You guys should all hear some clip clops. If you don't hear some clip clops, you can make the clip clops a little louder. Here you go.
There you go. That's a little loud. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So you guys head off. Some, I would say, those that are used to horses are most what was my horrible sound earlier? So bad. Skilled in some areas, not in others. So you guys head out. you start hitting the road. It is a nice, bright, and sunny, warm day in the region. Not raining, which would have made the trek a little bit more miserable. There are some clouds in the distance, but not too sure if it's meaning rain is on the way or anything. I would assume that the people who are used to riding horses, or at least have a bit more experience riding horses, would be leading the way, but essentially that's what I want to know. If that's not the case, I would like to know who's leading, or what do you guys look like on the horses? Are you guys all four, like one next to another, cowboy style, or
I'm
like?
sticking next to Lorath for the whole trip. That's
And I'm sticking next to Vickrell, so
I
we have a
think
pattern.
I think I would actually be leading here, being the only one who came from Silvery Moon to where we are. I would
Okay.
be most likely to know the way back.
Okay, it's a large. You're on the main road. You're on the Evermore Way.
Follow the
is
road, don't
that
get
you guys-
lost.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful road. Most of the road actually has like cobblestone like work. There's patches of dirt, but not many, as this is a very heavily traveled road. You guys cross people relatively often too. This is the main trade route that goes all the way back down to Waterdeep, which is obviously a main exchange between two major cities within these regions. So.
okay.
Definitely cross some caravans, some people on single horses, some transport caravans, some traveling people caravans, smaller ones, bigger ones, trade goods, barrels, bags of wheat and flour on the back of some. You probably cross a lot of carts that have a blanket on top of it, but you're definitely seeing, with some flaps just sort of like flapping in the wind, you definitely see some large bundles of ingots of different kinds, just like these large metal ingots, like copper or silver. Usually those ones are the ones that you see that look a bit more protected. Like they'll have one or two armed men, or sometimes they'll have like two armed men on horses behind following, as it is, heavier, more pricey trade goods that are being sent out.
Two armed men?
Sometimes you see, armored and armed men, especially for the carts that are carrying ingots. Like
But we weren't
large
being
silver ingots and
escorted.
stuff like that.
We
What?
weren't being escorted to Silvery Moon. We were just like given horses and go on your way?
Yeah. They
Yeah,
sent
it's
us
just
on
you
our
four.
way.
There's no one
Oh.
with you.
Okay.
right.
So as we're riding, I think by this time I'm starting to wonder like what our actual plan is. I know that we need to go to this place. I know that once we're there, we're going to try and get into the library. But other than that, I'm starting to kind of just wonder what our plan is, how we're going to get back. So I'm going to kind of call out to everybody. I think I'm mostly directing it at Vickrell since he's in front and he knows where we're going. But I'm going to say, so what are we doing?
Do you mean in the grand scheme of things? Because right now we're simply headed to Silvery Moon.
I mean, when we're there.
Ah, yes. Well, my first thought is to try the front door approach, and we do have what seems to be a free pass, if you will, through the Conclave and potentially to the Sage's Library. I forget the name of it. The Vault of Sage. Hopefully they will assist us, and if they can't assist us, perhaps we look for clues?
Does anybody else have a bad feeling that maybe Brexley isn't the most liked person around?
I don't have a feeling about it, but I'd agree with your assessment.
I believe his name carries weight. What kind of weight remains to be seen?
What if we get there and they slam the door in our face?
Well, then we try the back door.
The vault or the library that we're going to, is it in the tower up above, or is it like down below? Like what does the back door even look like?
I would say that no one knows.
Okay.
at this point.
Okay. All
Because
right.
I doubt, I wouldn't be surprised if Vickrell in your still relatively short stay there, you did a round of taverns and maybe the market, but I'd assume that you wouldn't necessarily have gone to the conclave.
It wouldn't have interested me that much.
I don't think
no.
so.
So, my question is, like, I guess we'll figure out how we get inside. We find this book, maybe. If the conclave doesn't leave with it, do we have a plan? And at that,
I don't think the conclave has the book. From what I
Right.
remember, somebody took the book
I
and
see.
replaced
And
it.
sent
Yeah.
him a fake or whatever.
So we
Yeah.
need to find whoever that is by going to the conclave first.
Yeah.
Perhaps they have records. Again,
That's
it
what
remains
I'm
to be
hoping.
seen what we're able to get away with this letter, this scroll from Brexley.
When we find this person, what do we do? King, you had a lot of questions about this last night.
Like, I'm just not. We just don't know. It could be the guy's brother, and maybe we end up hurting him or something, and then he's on our ass.
It's a valid thing to be concerned about.
So if he said he really doesn't care just about the book, this person probably doesn't mean anything to him.
I don't think that's a reason to harm this person. Who do
Yeah, of
we
course.
really trust?
I personally don't think that we were paid to harm this person. If we were, it might be a different story.
Maybe
It
if we
might-
were paid a little extra, right, Vickrell?
Yes.
It might be worth talking to this person when we find them.
Yeah.
As a reminder, you guys were paid 75 gold.
We were paid a lot of money. We were paid a lot of money.
Hey.
75 isn't like 75 bucks. 75
The end
is
of-
like $750.
Yeah.
This is basically
Well,
what you just
300
gave
At the
me.
end of my last campaign,
Altogether, yeah.
I was the richest man in the world.
But my point as Vickrell is that it wasn't explicitly mentioned that we are to deal with that person. Just get
Yeah.
the book back, and well, you didn't say it. You didn't pay me to deal with him. If that's another problem, then you'll pay me that as well.
My curiosity is why they do this in the first place.
Why they replaced the book?
Mm-hmm. And if they still have it, what are they hoping to gain from the book?
That's a great question. Did he explain or go over what was in the book, or that was like, hey, figure it out when you get it for Brachus only, essentially?
No, he did say, well, actually, I think I told Baracus, who actually did a history check and rolled quite high, that Mazfroth was a known curious individual of the arcane arts and the nature of the realms and the planes. So essentially, Mazfroth was known for researching 3 categories, including but not limited to specializations in magic and the weave, lycanthropy and its origins, as well as demon lords of the abyss. So those are like the 3 topics of research that he's the most renowned for going after, for looking after.
And based on the title of the book, his digressions, I'm assuming this wasn't a happy series of study that he went into.
And let's remember the whole picture as well. This man sought us out to do a job for him. He might not be the right person to give this book to.
That's my concern. It depends on what knowledge lies within.
Sounds like we need to find out more about this book.
Clop, 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 clop. Clop, clop.
Most of the
Love
horse
profit.
ride, I would. Most of the horse ride, I would like to pay attention to our surroundings, and because all this is, like I said, it's like new to me. So
Mhm.
I pay deep attention to like what animals are running around. people that are coming by just to travel the road, I guess.
Okay, so I'd say you could roll like a perception check, just because you say that you're actively keeping an eye on your surroundings.
Perception. Oh no. Can I do athletics instead?
I mean, unless you don't wanna.
Can I roll athletics instead?
I would like to flex on my
eyeball.
horse.
Yeah, I'd like to flex.
Okay. Oh, it's not bad. 17.
17, nice. Hey, for a level 1, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So you keep an eye on your surroundings. Obviously, what I described earlier with the whole trade carts and caravans is what pops out the most in your surrounding. Most of the time in the travel you guys are following, to the left of you, you'd have the silvery wood. Behind you, you'd have the high forest. And to your right, it would be a bit more open. And in the far distance, you can see some mountain ranges to your, like, far off to your right. Brackus, those are in the mountain ranges where you'd have, the Citadel of Sundabar, for example. In terms of creatures, nothing particular stands out. Just the usual. Well, for you, it might stand out a bit more because you're used to an entirely different ecosystem from the region that you're in. But you see essentially a lot of little critters in the realms of like rabbits, lots of different types of dark colored and then lighter colored birds. Once in a while in the forest, you catch a glimpse of just like a deer hopping by real quickly.
Oh.
King, you look hungry.
It makes you hungry, yeah?
You don't understand. I haven't hunted something like that. And
it definitely reminds you of like a different type of looking, antelope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's to America for the first time.
Basically. So yeah, you're just kind of taking it all in, and like I said, getting used to this new green ecosystem. Being used to a different color palette, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's-
So I do that from most of the ride, unless you guys talk to me for like some serious stuff.
At some point during the trip, Vikral will start humming, and he'll start to put a tune together, and he'll hum for a while, and like you can hear him thinking aloud to himself, and then he'll clear his throat, and he'll start to sing a little something he put together for the trip.
Of course he will.
So, over Ravin River and through Silver Wood to Silvery Moon we go to retrieve a book that is held by a crook deep in the vault of some bros. To over Ravin River and through Silver Wood to Silvery Moon we join. We cannot quit until we get it because we all want our coin.
Hey.
We got our song of the night done.
Oh,
There you go.
what do
Well
we get?
done, Vickrell.
That was just for fun.
Ouch, that book.
What buff do I get right now?
I would say Bardic Inspiration, but you'd lose it in 10 minutes, so I don't think.
An 8-hour walk. All right.
You
But
gain the benefit of, your ears enjoyed the entertainment. So cool.
By the way, who has Brexley's scroll? Who did he give that to?
I would
I
assume
guess-
he would have. Yeah,
I guess
one
he
of you
gave
two.
it to me since I asked about it.
I would have thought Brackus, yeah.
I'll go ahead and
Brackus,
grab that.
do you mind if I take a look at that hall pass,
go.
as it were? Perfect, thank you.
He hands over his 2020 taxes.
Yep. And I want to look it over. Are there any seals or anything identifiable on that?
There would be a seal, yes.
Okay.
I assume that you're waiting for me to describe the seal.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to. It's more, is it a stamped seal? Is it a wax seal?
It would definitely be a waxed seal.
Okay.
And I'd say what it would look like is you would see essentially, It would be sort of like a bit of like a Zorro Z, and then to the right of it, stuck on the edge of the Z, would be what you would assume is a B, but it looks like I'm trying to. Can I actually draw it out in Foundry? I should be able to draw something out, right?
Ooh.
The last time we drew something in Foundry,
Oh, that's
People
good.
woke up with
That's
dicks
good.
on their face.
we got in trouble.
Yeah.
So it would look like that, and then it would look like from here, it would go like ta-ta. No. Ta-ta. Ta-ta.
Oh,
Still going.
well, that doesn't look like a Z to me. I don't know.
It would look like that.
Now it looks like a Pepe.
A
Yeah.
Pepe? Wait, let me get rid of that. I'm freehanding it, okay?
Yeah.
There you go. It would look like that.
Okay. So one of
Did the middle part load in?
I don't think so, because it looks like a square with some tails on it.
It looks the same on my screen as
It looks like some kind of like
I'm gonna reload my page.
flea or something, some kind of little insect.
I'm gonna pull out my whiteboard.
Is she trying to?
That's what it looks like on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Shit, that looks horrible.
Really
were
nice.
getting at-
I'm trying to get the squiggly going. I have
Wait,
to
maybe she's
refresh.
trying to tell us something. There's something in this
There
box.
you go.
We gotta connect the dots from here,
Okay.
I think.
That's
so
what it
there's
looks like.
there's no like it doesn't come down. There's just that thing in the middle that comes over.
Yeah, it basically looks like a Z and then an extended like backwards E,
Okay.
and then there's like a
Sweet.
a top and a bottom horn coming out of the backwards E.
Okay, made of wax. I'm gonna try to commit that design to memory. I think you know where
Sure.
I'm going with this.
I do.
And I want
I
to
do.
study his handwriting for like an hour of the ride, and really like try to catch on to the intricacies of flares off of certain letters, things like that. And I want to really get that down.
Okay. Remind me of that should you ever follow through with the thing I'm assuming
yeah.
you're going for.
Yeah. So let me pull it up. I have
Because
an ability where I can essentially forge extremely well. I can
Excellent.
create identities. I can Where
You can
is it?
professionally catfish somebody.
I really can. Yes. So features and traits.
Such a
I'm
pretty
proficient
strong
with the forgery kit. Where is my background? I'm going through the app here, so it's a little bit different.
gotcha.
Yes, so I can create other identities that includes documentation, established acquaintances, and disguises that allow me to assume that persona. Additionally, I can forge documents, including official papers and personal letters, as long as I have seen an example of the kind of document or the handwriting I am trying to copy.
I see.
DM is regretting things. All right. Okay, so essentially, yeah, you memorize. This is the signature that there is at the bottom of the page too. It's just this like Z and B.
Okay.
And then the seal would be this same symbol with like what looks like an intricate faded like castle on sort of like a shield in the background, and this is sort of like layered on top. So the lining gets a little complex within the seal itself, as naturally it should be. If there's just a few lines anyone could do with like a toothpick, you know.
Right.
But his signature is essentially like the Z and then this like intricate sort of like B thing.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay, so I will remember that. I would like you to roll. I'll have you roll it now. I'd like you to roll an intelligence
Sure.
check.
Straight intelligence, proficiency, or nah?
Does it say in the description of your forgery thing?
I
what
am
skill it's
proficient
using?
with a forgery kit.
Then proficiency. Yeah,
Okay.
then proficiency for sure.
If I remember right, hold for a moment.
Hold, please.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. I'm ready. I'm ready for you to forge this document. to what you're doing.
Forgery
Guys.
kit. It uses a dex check when I use it. Do you want me to use an intelligence check to remember it? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it was more like, the memorizing it, but if, by the time you go to, copy it or something, you have the paper, it wouldn't be a memorized. The intelligence is for the memorization of it. Then the dex would be like just straight up looking and copying it,
Beautiful.
which will be a later thing.
I rolled an 11, and with proficiency is +2, so 13.
And you don't have a plus on because of your modifier?
I'm flat intelligence.
Oh, cool. It's a great thing to say in life. Guys, I'm flat intelligence. Like, what do you want me to say? Okay. So, you have the basic lines committed to memory, but like that
Wait.
seal for sure.
I was
you don't have
looking
that
at
seal memory.
I was looking at Brachus. Nope, still
I noticed.
I am still flat
You're flat.
intelligence.
You're flat, yeah.
I'm still flat intelligence.
I have this cool like Google extension now that when I'm on like the title page for our campaign on D&D Beyond, it just shows me like a summary of everyone's stats and passive perception and stuff, so I don't have to ask you all the time.
Perfect.
What a cool thing.
Pretty cool extension.
You're such a techno DM. I love it.
Yeah. What's a cookie, guys? That's how we started the stream.
Also,
a kobold cookie.
Cobalt cookie.
Techno DM sounds like a rave DM, which I'm down for. We should do
That's
that.
our next campaign. Starfinder.
Yeah.
You can call me Techno DM.
We'll do a little Shadowrun game.
Okay, so Vikral, I want you also to roll me a survival check. As you're
sure.
sticking to the road, making everyone, essentially you're making sure that everyone sticks to a gravel pathed off pathway on the way to Silvery Moon. Shouldn't be too difficult, right?
11.
11. You're good. You're
Okay.
good. It wasn't a very difficult DC. Like you'd all literally have to fall asleep and veer off track to not stick to this road.
Okay.
So you guys make it around lunchtime. A little after lunchtime, actually, you guys would see growing ever closer the city of Everlund. That I believe most of you have sort of blitzed through quickly.
Oh, wow.
And Brachus, you actually were there. Yeah, this is the one with all the cats for some reason. And you guys arrive at the city gates. The guard would eventually stop you. Business in Everlund. Doesn't even raise his head. He's just sort of like looking at a paper. Business in Everlund.
Passing through. Headed to Silvery Moon, thank you.
4 individuals, you all riding together?
That's correct.
Alright. I think your dog just took your bed apart or something.
Dude,
My bed now.
my dog hit his head on the bottom of my desk, and
That's great.
I think he's laying down.
Surprised he didn't hit his head on the bottom of the ceiling.
Names, please, for our records of who passed through on this day.
I'm Lorath Stormwatcher.
Excellent. Next.
King.
King.
Wild Rose.
Wild Rose.
Brachus of the Order.
Brachus of the Order.
And I'm Vikral Montgomery.
Alright. Thank you all. Safe passage. See you on the other side.
Excellent.
Will
Yeah,
he be on the other side when we get there?
Yes. Go.
Yeah. You
Are we,
guys keep going.
Are we dashing straight through Everland or to go to Silvery Moon now, or are we taking a small break?
I don't think we need anything here.
I think time is of the essence. We must ride.
Yes. So it's only an 8-hour ride. I think we've all handled worse.
There is like a pit stop right as you guys get in where there's essentially some stables at the entrance, and there is like a long trough of water. Should you wish to let your horses drink quickly, it's more of like passers through the city. You can let the horses drink. You can also pay if you want to offer them a bit of oats midday.
I love those oases right off the freeway. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Those are good.
We get some gummy bears and maybe
Yeah.
some
Oh yeah.
like a Kit Kat or something. Mm.
Some M&Ms.
Yo,
Two
we're
gold
going to the
Kit
gas
Kat.
station. What do you guys want?
We should let the horses rest.
Yeah, Yeah, sure. We have
For
a
a-
moment.
Yeah, a moment. We can talk more.
All right. So you guys just sort of tie up your horses real quick. You have a little lad with like tousled hair run over. He's got a bit of dirt like to the right of his eye. Hello, friends. Might I clean your horse's horseshoes for a mere copper? And he's there with like his little pick and like a little bucket.
Lovely. Yes, that would be lovely.
4 copper for the 4 horses, please.
I don't believe we're all getting... Are we all? Do you all?
I don't.
I don't have any copper.
Brackus has no idea what's happening.
I also
about-
looking the exact same way.
Young
What do you
lad,
mean they're-
if I give you a silver, would you get all 4 horses, but also bring some oats for them to eat?
I think some oats might be a little more expensive, but for silver, I'll shine your boots too.
Lovely.
Pulls out a rag.
Yeah, Vickrel's in. If there's a chance to get doted on, like, we're going to take it.
Horse's rest, he goes about, sort of like an F1 pit stop, like, shoo, shoo, shoo. It just goes by. You keep your horses mighty fine, squeaky clean. Barely any dirt on these things. She goes through cleaning the horseshoes.
I like to imagine as he's cleaning my shoe that's the moment where we poof back into our old shit.
Sure.
Because we're like halfway through if we're in Everland, so that'd be great.
Yes. I love that. That's great. So he's just shining your shoes and you still have the previous evening, like, super fancy, like, knee-high,
Blue and
fancy
gold.
leather boots.
Is it like a poof or is it like a slow, like gradual, like change?
I'd say it would be this sort of, I don't know, I'm a gamer. I'd imagine it as being this sort of, like, deep pixelating from, like, shoe to head type thing.
Yes.
Just, like, all the way to the top. Oh, my foundry crashed.
Mine
That's
has
not
been
good.
It's done it a
bit.
couple of times. It's come back, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it literally just happened. What the
Yep.
hell?
Awesome. That's fine. So, so he goes about and he shines all you guys' boots and everything. For silver, another silver, I'll go back and get some oats for all your horses.
That'd be lovely. Please do. And I hand him 2 silver total.
All right. He does so with wind in his step.
With alacrity.
Shines your boots, picks the horseshoes, brings back some oats. You guys look fancy. Your horses are rejuvenated. And you guys should be ready to head out again.
This one's on me, my friends. I made some money off of Fennec last night.
How often do we feed our horses, Vickrel?
How often do you feed yourself?
Any chance I can get.
If you'd like to treat your horse the way you treat yourself, then that
I'm gonna
that is it.
lean up and look in the horse's eyes, like I'm trying to connect with him.
However, at least once a day will do.
Yeah, once a day is fine.
Oh,
Oh, morning and night, typically when they rest. Typically, I think they can do like 8 hours of travel, and after that, that's when they'll need a rest. Much
and
like you. Much like
we
you guys.
happen to be on an 8-hour of travel journey.
How convenient!
That's delightful.
Right? Okay, so you guys head back out, and no other stops within the city. Cool. So you guys head back out, get back along the road. If you guys, as we're traveling, could all exit Foundry and I'll reboot it, and then we can all go back in.
I'll go ahead and close it right
Aw,
now.
man.
'cause I would have enough
I'm back
hard
in
time
and
getting
Gucci.
All right. Vickrel, are you leading the second half of the travel as well?
Unless anyone wants to take over. I don't know if Brackus or King have ever even been to Silvery Moon.
no, I don't think so. But it's not hard to stay on a gravel road, I assume. Like,
It's not at
Famous
all.
last words.
Um,
Don't the DM.
you mentioned you wanted to talk some more. Was there anything on your mind?
oh no, it was just no, just like you seem to be very, very chatty type about. If we're gonna be traveling together for a while, I seem to want to get more comfortable with you guys.
I would agree.
Vikral,
Yeah.
I've seen everyone else here fight,
Yes, you have.
Here we go.
but I haven't seen you fight.
Is that a challenge?
It's not. It's a question.
Is it?
If you're
Sounded
not-
like a statement.
If you're not fighting, why are you here?
Well,
the thing.
did you hear my incredible performance last night?
I did.
Yes.
And the one before when you introduced your dear friend Laura.
Ah, yes. So last night, I revealed a little bit about myself, and as I like to introduce myself where I go, I am currently on, we'll say, this eastern side of the Sword Coast. Was that, yeah? Eastern side of the Sword Coast. So I've made my way to the Silvery Marches.
The Sword Coast North would be where Luskan is from, for example, and
Yep.
currently you're in the region of the Silver Marches. Yeah.
I've made my way to the Silver Marches at request of my uncle, the Lord of Three Peaks. He's asked to come here in search of great magic, as this region itself is quite known for its arcane nature and items and artifacts that he wishes to collect, and there's a great bit of coin in it for me, so I don't often wish to fight. I can hold my own and generally like to think of ways around it, but I am in it for the coin.
I see.
So you're an entertainer,
I am.
musician, even.
Yes. Often I like to write and sing songs, but I enjoy playing my lute quite often. And, you know, if there's a new instrument in a tavern that I've never played before, it usually doesn't take me long to figure out how it works and give it a shot myself.
You ever seen one of these? I pull out my dulcimer.
I have never had the pleasure.
Play us a song, Vikral.
I don't wish to
While on horseback.
pull
Yeah.
King's instrument, pull another man's instrument from his hands.
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't mind. King,
I
do you
Perhaps,
would.
mind?
perhaps
Laura.
another time.
Laura, bless your little heart.
Lorath is taking offense to that.
And I say,
Stopping dead and just kind of staring.
maybe later you can show me how you play.
I'd love to.
I've been trying to learn, but you know, it's kind of hard with the. Rawr.
I can imagine that would make it more difficult.
All right.
Very well.
Why the interest, Brackus, if I might ask?
I'm gonna just ride in silence for just a little bit while I think about it. But as we're going, I feel that I can learn a lot from the reasons that people fight, but I don't feel like I can learn anything from those who don't fight.
I see.
It sounds like Brachus is asking you, what do you not fight for?
What do you not fight for? But it's coin, so I understand now. I feel I understand Vikral better.
Fair. If I fight, it's... Why do I fight? If I fight, it's generally because I have no other choice.
Clip clop, flip clop.
I haven't been able to get back into Forge yet. This is
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm back in now.
I'm sweating.
I also just loaded back in. That's okay. Did you do another survival check? I can't remember, Vikral.
No, I haven't. Would you like me to?
Yeah, just for the second part, as you guys said back out a bit again.
11 plus 1. Oh, wait, no, that's King. Hold, please. 11, still +1, it's 12.
You're welcome.
12. Okay, so same thing. You have no issue sticking to the gravel path. Same thing. Like there's people crossing you. There's road signs along the way. No issue really. So you guys continue as the sun begins setting. You're riding into the night, past sunset, past sunset around like late supper time, and you see the beaming city of Silvery Moon in the distance. And you guys are trotting along, clippy-clopping, and as it seems inevitable on a first day of travel, early game,
Bam, bam.
you guys hear as like swoosh swoosh. You hear like these arrows suddenly like swoosh by you, and all of a sudden you guys instinctively like pull on the horses, and you hear, as it is now darker, you're sort of in like the dim dusk light of the evening now, and you see some dark large like figures in front of your road, just sort of like begin moving and intercepting in the road ahead of you. And
I'd like to pause here and just point out to everyone. Did you guys hear that she had that arrow sound queued up? Could you do that again?
I can do that again.
Wait for it.
I didn't hear it. I wasn't loaded in.
Yeah. When you guys were on break, I think she did it, but I didn't catch it. I thought it was rustling. So I was
It's so good.
I didn't log in fast enough.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
And then
That's
you
so
guys
good.
also hear just like little cackling, weird creature laughter. A little further down the road, just this little
That's
cackling.
creepy.
And you see these bright two little beady eyes in the distance and a long snouted creature with these two big pointy little teeth sticking out. Almost as if the creature has like the head of a rat, but like standing on 2 feet. I think we'll take a break and come back and roll initiative, you guys.
Ooh.
Let's go.
We're gonna fight. I like it.
We gonna fight.
All right, we'll
We
be
gonna
back in
fight.
5, guys. Don't go nowhere. Bye.
All right.
Here we go.
Action.
Yes. I love just like camera
Programming.
transition. Just wow. I
Every
can't
time
even
we
do
come
it.
back from a break, we're never gonna know like who's doing the die zoom out thing.
So good.
People are gonna think that for 10 minutes we just stand there with our die,
Yeah.
waiting to unpause.
No, this is
I was
edited,
told
right?
to roll
It's like-
initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
Brutus
edited.
does all the editing. Yeah, for sure.
Nah. I haven't done my
Nah.
backdrop at least even once so far, so we're doing great. This one
far,
could
so
get
good.
uploaded directly and will be great.
There you go. Okay, guys, so welcome back. We just ended quickly, and you guys saw some quick arrows or some type of ammunition just like zoom by you guys, instinctively pulling back on your horses, and you see this sort of like rat-like creature with other dark figures next to him in the distance pop up, cackling, aiming some sort of weapon at you, and ready to go. It is game on. You guys are ready for this to happen. And we will head on over to a new scene here.
Do it.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I can hear the music already. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, can I just say I'm such a big fan of Forge?
Yes.
Dude,
So
I'm
good.
having a great time.
we struggled for a long time.
I
Jimmy.
think is this the first campaign fight scene live?
I think so.
Let's
Hey.
go.
I think so. So I have this new thing as well, where I can block your non-combat movement without seeing the pause button.
Hey.
Can you guys just see if you're able to move right now?
I can, yeah.
You're trying to move, but it is not your turn.
Undo a request.
Snooze, you wouldn't.
Decline.
Oh no!
Wait, why are you moving again?
You declined my request.
Oh, I need to block it for each person.
Oh wow, she only blocked me. Go figure.
And me.
Why is Lorath
Can we,
moving?
can we just spam you with
Well,
requests?
it moves
Oh
you
my god,
back. though.
stop.
It moved me back.
Break her! We must break her!
I genuinely
That's it.
think that
We're back
Laura
to
has a-
pausing.
Oh no!
That's it. I gave you a chance.
We can
Well,
test it sometime.
With great power comes great responsibility, and we ruined it in 3 seconds.
We had all the power, you guys, and we wasted it.
So, dude, tell us, what are we looking at here?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here looking at a map where we're going to combat. Don't roll your dice yet. You're going to waste your good rolls.
I didn't mean to. I
It
just clicked on
did.
something.
Oh no, it did count because the encounter is active. Okay,
Oh.
so you guys can all go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, suck it.
And essentially,
I
I don't
did
know
it
if
too
Steam
early.
sees it, but we're gonna have an initiative counter that's gonna pop up on the right, and you guys are gonna be able to do things.
They will not be able to see the order stuff on the right. They just have the map based on how big and or small our map is.
What is my 0.18? Why are we getting decimals on our?
Because inside the dice, there's a mini dice for decimals that's rolling. No, it's
I believe
Tiebreakers.
every word that you said.
yeah, it's basically just for like tiebreakers.
Oh,
So
I never
We're gonna
roll
get
from
into
my
it, guys.
character sheet. Where the heck is initiative?
You just
it's
click
top
on
right.
Huh?
Top right.
Oh, there it is. Hi. Cool, got it.
hey, there we go. All the dice
Yeah,
coming in.
Nice.
Cool. So we now have initiative order for those watching combat for the first time. Basically, all these guys roll a d20 and then add their, I want to say their initiative modifier, which is basically their dex modifier, right?
Mhm.
And that'll determine the order in which the fight is going to take place. So I have put you guys on the map randomly, assuming that you all just sort of, well, you'd actually all just be like right here, literally right in front of your horses. And there you go. So placed you guys randomly. In front you see like these large figures, these sort of like sniveling, literally these large, abnormally monstrous rats that are just like the size of humans, but just actual rats. And behind them you see holding a crossbow, this figure with sort of like this dark tunic and this hood that seems to also have just like this rat-like face to it, sniveling, and you actually heard him laughing after he shot off some shots of a crossbow bolt as they intercepted from the woods to block your path ahead. They are ready to deal. Top of the round, Brachus.
All right. So Brachus, let me see. Let me make sure I'm pressing the right buttons over here. Brachus is gonna roll right in,
Okay. Right up to that rat.
right up to this rat. That's
Okay.
right. Gonna do an attack. I don't remember how to do it in Forge.
Okay, so if you double click on your token, your character sheet will pop up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Perfect.
From there, you can go into inventory, and
Unarmed strike.
yeah, you'll see if you hover over the fist symbol, you'll see a little d20, and then if you click on that, you'll have like pop-ups in chat and stuff like that. And then from there, you first roll attack to see if you make contact and hit like a sensitive area. And then if that beats my target's armor class, my AC, then you can roll your damage.
Quick,
And you actually
Punch him in his
damage
sensitive area.
Punch the rat in the sensitive bits.
So
I
I
think that's
clicked
like
on
underneath his nipples.
attack.
Yeah, so now you would click on attack.
Okay, did that, and do I just d20 it?
Yeah, it should just be like normal, advantage, disadvantage, or something.
That was almost a natural 20.
It was.
So 14, the rat's armor class is lower, so you do make contact, and now that I've confirmed that, you get to roll damage and see how
So,
much damage you do.
I also clicked on damage. It didn't do anything, but I believe it's a 1d4, so I'm just going to roll that d4.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Do you add anything to your damage rolls at this level? You guys know what I mean.
Either your strength or your dex would still be added, always.
I'm guessing my strength then,
Yeah.
which is plus 3.
Yeah, so your first roll would have been 17 in that case.
Okay.
And your d4 would be 1d4 plus his strength modifier, right?
Right.
So it'd be 3 plus 3.
Perfect. Okay.
There you go.
And
so there you go.
And for my bonus action, I will also attack. Normal.
Oh, I think it didn't add your modifier the first time because you clicked on the bonus action on arm strike.
I also realized that just now. And
There you go. 17 also hits.
And then normal roll.
Still 3. Nice. But yeah, this
There
I
you go.
believe on your bonus action strike, it's just the die, right? You
It's
then
just a straight die. Yeah.
Mhm.
Although in like true Brachus fashion, with
What
like
do you
a pop
find?
the rat, you just like pop the rat in what you assume are rat sensitive bits, and the rat just sort of does one of those like turtle flops on its belly, and it's just like it just flops over, dead, already dead, just like kaput. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. So that's round 1. Round 2 is gonna be this like rat person thing. Rat person thing is gonna go ahead and do a thing.
See his name in the thing. It's a were rat.
It's a what rat?
A were rat.
Right
Where?
there. Rat. Right there.
Don't
Where?
that rat.
A Donde rat. Oh, Donde rat. Lol. Okay, so it's gonna go ahead and like shoot out the crossbow, not at you because you're closest. It's gonna go ahead and shoot the crossbow at the big lion guy because the rat is scared of the cat.
Yes.
All right, attack. So it's gonna go ahead and oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
What is it?
So that is a 22 against King.
I think I got something. I got nothing.
You got nothing. So damage-wise, Mr. Rat is gonna go ahead and roll. I realize I'm rolling in like the thing and you guys can see. It is going to go ahead and do 5 points of piercing damage.
I let out a mighty lion roar.
And then its second shot's gonna go over at the other big guy.
Second shot.
It's gonna go ahead and roll against Lorath. Oh, that's
Is that a natty? That's a natty.
Laura dies
fucking
instantly.
way.
Oh my God.
Over. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
so it's gonna be 8 points of piercing damage
Oh, God.
as it like sinks in just above the vital organs, lodging this crossbow bolt in there. Definitely hurting.
Holy shit, dude.
And it is going to just move like over here behind its other rat friend. So that's going to be the rat's turn. Vickrel, you are up next.
Yeah. So I am going to move up this way. I'm going to pause here. Oh, before I move, I'll look over to Lorath and go, Lorath, and I'll give him the old, like, Hulk smash. You got this. Go get them. And Lorath, you have a Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'm going to go
Nice.
up here. I'm going to pause here, look at the were-rat, and pull out my crossbow and go, not today, Satan. Bam!
All right.
Ew, that's not good. That's a 5 plus 4.
Does not hit. It has it's just wearing like simple like cloth sort of tunic with a hood. But still, it just like goes wide and gets lost in the forest behind.
All right, then. I'm going to hide behind the bald one. I'm going to go right there.
All right.
Not
Laura.
today, maybe.
Regret.
All right, so Lorath is gonna take Vickrel's words, and after like kind of like pulling the arrow out, he's gonna go into a bardic rage.
Yeah, a bardic rage.
A bardic rage.
Oh!
Ooh,
It's
barbarian over here.
A bardic rage. But he's gonna go into rage. He's gonna start like powering up, and
Jesus.
then I'm going to charge up here at the were-rat,
All right.
and then swing at him with my great axe.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try. I don't know. I'm gonna try and roll rage first to see if it just I don't know what it does because I haven't done it before in...
Yeah, you don't have to roll your rage. It's just that, like, if you
Does
use
it
your
add
bonus
the-
action...
It'll add to
right.
your damage. It won't
Yeah,
add
that's
to
why-
your attack roll, I believe.
It's a
Right, so I
bonus
just
action.
wanted to, when I go to do, if I go to do damage, I wanted to, like, apply, because I'm going to roll inside of the
Right.
foundry. So I don't know if that...
You'll have to look at the roll and see if it calculates it.
Yeah, I think if it's
according
activated...
to Foundry, it's turned on.
Okay. So let's try...
Yeah, it says 1 out of 2 rage, so technically I think it should have it open. Active.
Okay. Where are we at here? Great axe. We're gonna roll.
Nice. Get him, boy.
Oh, let's go!
Also a natty.
Yes.
Holy
Don't
crap.
roll a 1.
Okay, damage with a great axe. That's what, like a D10? D12?
D12
12.
Ooh,
doubled.
that could hurt!
So it's +3. Is the +3 from the rage?
The +3 is likely your strength. Let's take a look. Yeah, you have +3 strength. It did not add rage. I believe your rage at your level is going to add a +1.
It says you gain advantage on strength checks, +2 to melee damage with strength weapons.
+2. So your 6 is doubled to 12. And then you get your +3 from your strength, so that's 15. +2 from your rage, that's 17 damage.
Yeah, so make sure when you click on damage after you get a nat 20, you click on the critical hit button. Because that'll automatically double it.
Oh, okay, so I should have hit, okay.
But that's okay. You double the dice and then you add the modifiers once. So yeah, you'd have 6 times 2, so 12 plus 3, 15 plus 2, 17. Holy
Level-
crap!
Yeah.
Level 1, 17
That's right.
damage.
Shoot your stupid arrow at me, bro.
That's a lot of
You
damage.
done pissed off Thoroth.
Whatever his name
Dog.
is. That's a lot of damage.
You turn the were-rat into were-paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a lot. Okay.
You heard something
Uh,
so good.
This summer, like, losing it.
Yeah.
That's great. Dude, that's so much damage. Okay.
Yes.
Is that the end of your turn? You only have one attack, right?
Is he still up?
Yes.
What? Okay. Damn. That's anticlimactic. I thought I was gonna like split him in two. Yeah. So I'm just gonna, I'm running up and I'm just like swinging hard and like standing right in front of him.
This little were-rat thing, well, I mean, he's a humanoid type shape, but he is, kind of like abnormally were-ish, muscled. And although you should have technically sliced right through him with that much damage, you definitely made a dent, but he's a big boned rat. So he's not dead. Okay, so that's Lorath's turn. King, hanging back there with an arrow in your body.
And I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I got 5 feet of movement, so 7.
The Twin Towers
Oh, yeah,
here.
you have 35. That's true.
Can I hit the were-rat from here?
You can. You're within 5 feet.
Gouda cheese. I'm going to double spear. Yeah,
In a double spear.
double-handed spear.
Oh,
His
dear
ass.
lord. Oh my
So
god, I
close.
didn't have my other rats attack.
Well, I
Did
don't
they
think.
roll initiative?
Did I forget to roll initiative for my rats?
Oh yeah, you did. They're not in.
Oh
they're
wait,
not in
no. When you
initiative.
killed the one, I think everything went away.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that's right. Brackus happened to kill the one that had initiative tied to it.
Doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Oh no, it does not hit, unfortunately. No connection there.
Okay.
The giant rat rolled a 1 for initiative.
Yeah, pretty low.
Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
The rats. Let's expect. Oh, here's to hit, anyways.
So you have 2 strikes?
Yeah. No, just one, but it's dual-handed,
Okay.
and I'm rolling 20. Not natural 20, but a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 against the were-rat?
Yeah. The big
Yeah,
guy. The guy
that'll
that
hit.
shot me. I bet you shot me with the arrow.
That'll definitely hurt.
And
Yes.
here comes the demiage.
Oh, baby.
Suck it, boy!
Oh God.
Dude, King and I are gonna just 1-2 combo everybody on this campaign.
I mean, between you guys and Brackus and everything. Oh
I'm
my
so
God.
excited.
We should need to stand around the boss and then just hit him from all angles.
I'll just grapple him and you guys hit him.
Maya
in the
Wamu
side.
Shindaru.
I am literally just here to watch and sing songs.
Yeah.
Rico's like, keep going. Okay, yeah, ow. Ouch. So, Rat's not feeling too good. That's King's turn. The rats are gonna go ahead and...
Where Rat is still standing?
He is.
That's insane,
He's
right?
This level
Really
1 encounter, just saying.
Well, it might be a level 2 encounter. But you
This
guys
is
do
a
everything.
I still got a bonus section. Can I activate my bonus section?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So after I stab him, and I pull out the arrow, and it makes me roar, and I activate Daunting Roar.
Okay, that's true. It's a
As-
Leonin thing.
Yeah. I scream right at his face. Slobber gets all over him. I'm like, ah!
That's awesome.
So wisdom saving throw from him and both rats, I believe.
What's the range?
10 feet? 10-foot radius?
So, the were-rat got a 3.
Fail.
The closest rat... got a 2.
Yeah.
Fail.
Yes.
Yeah.
News, are you even trying, though? And the furthest rat
Got a 1.
got a 5.
Ah.
Damn, those are shitty rolls.
So they
Those
are
are
frightened.
really bad.
Those are terrible.
Those
They are
are like
frightened.
embarrassing. They're frightened, so they can't move. So frightened means they can't move closer to you,
Right.
right? Because you're the
Also
source.
means
You're the
something.
source of their fear. With this large roar against, like, 2 types of creatures. Well, types of creatures that cats typically go after. Yeah, they're terrified. You can visibly see it, like, just like rat terror
I
going
believe
on.
they also have disadvantage as long as they're within my sight or something like that.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Perfect, you guys.
You guys would
I
have
like
to look
the-
it up on it.
Recall the were rat's last like 6 seconds was
Oh, I
he
can do a
fired
roar.
an arrow and it got double attacked.
That was a horrible growl. That was really bad. I don't know who made
Awesome
it.
That
Wow.
sounded like
Oh, that was
indigestion.
awesome.
That's what that was.
That's it.
For
It's that party coming back
2
up.
seconds, I was like, damn, Harunga.
Yeah.
That was better. That was better, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. All right.
Much better. That was the dragon, apparently. Okay. So that's your turn. Giant rat in front of you is going to go ahead and bite at King.
Yeah.
So that is going to be attack roll. Oh, much better. 23.
It's a
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. Yeah.
She thought she was gonna
I
hit
love
us.
these moments in D&D where the DM gets so excited and the player's like, oh yeah, try again.
Oh no, it's higher.
Legit a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's like, it's just sort of like, God, I really shouldn't. He's really scary. But like, it just pulls back before it can make any contact.
Let me just make sure it's a disadvantage. I'm pretty sure it is.
Would it say
It's
in your
not- it
character
seems
sheet?
It just says
Foundry?
they're frightened, but frightened it gives you disadvantage and like a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I should probably know this stuff too.
Also, by looking at the map, I keep thinking that the shadows are like tree trunks. Like we got a perfect bird's eye view. But those are
Oh, I do
shadows.
too.
Yeah.
From the
I
bushes.
thought they were like tree
Okay.
trunk, like trees going
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
They're-
no, they're
The
shadows from
shadows,
the trees.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where it
That's
breaks your
cool.
line of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it were to hide behind a tree trunk, you wouldn't see it.
Is there a specific reason why the were rat is in that like circled border? Or is that just the token?
I think
It's just
a
the token.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now let's
disadvantage
work.
on ability checks and attack rolls while I'm in its line of sight.
While it sees you, so for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So
don't know that the
go like this.
disadvantage on our 1 is gonna matter.
no, well, I
Well, the
was
first one was
hitting
like a
him for
23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I saved
Um,
myself.
so, yeah. Rat is scared as fuck, and Rat is gonna run.
Oppie?
Yeah.
I take an oppie.
This rat hasn't been hit. Lorath technically would also get an oppie.
Yeah.
Let me go first, just in case.
Yes.
Plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10.
Wait, how do I roll that?
10 does
in-
not hit.
Oh shit, I missed. Ah!
How do I
Just
roll
roll
it
an attack
in-
damage. Attack roll.
Oh, can I do that in?
Yeah.
Foundry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
like your
roll like
regular
great
weapon roll like you did the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, just like.
It's
click on
yeah,
the
it's
great
not
axe.
treated any different. It's just like you're swinging at your great axe. You just have an opportunity as it's retreating.
Ooh.
Ooh!
That hits.
So now I can hit the damage on it.
Yeah.
She moves it back because it's not going anywhere.
It'll die. It's gonna die.
Ooh,
Oh, maybe not?
Reach pretty low.
rage
Oh,
too.
plus. Oh yeah, plus rage, so 8.
Oh yeah, okay, so it's dead.
Yeah. Take
All
it.
right,
So,
so,
like-
this rat just like, "Ee!" You can carve it up how you want, Lorath.
So like as he like turns to run away, like I turn over after like hitting the were rat. I like turn over and just like slam it down like a mallet, like as it
Yeah.
goes to run and catch its backside, just split it in half.
Yeah. This like, I mean, it's not like a huge rat, but it's like obviously
Yeah.
a bigger than normal sized rat. So yeah, you definitely carve right through it.
I also
Uh.
give like King a look like, dude, we just fucked this thing up. Like
Things
Bash
are hurting
Bros,
around you guys. Yeah, for sure.
Let the force know.
Okay, Brachus, it is your turn. Top of the
Okay.
round. 2 rounds, guys.
Yeah.
Hey man, remember when we had a guy that shot a gun?
Oh, we don't talk about Willie anymore.
So I'm gonna go behind this rat, rat.
Okay,
And I think I'm gonna attack.
go for it. Gulp.
Get him.
I don't. Okay, well, we'll just go on.
Yeah.
Would I
it's good.
get advantage for being on the other side of him, or do I need like a feat for that?
I've never really used flank rules myself.
Well, we'll call it 16 then.
16 still hits anyways.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so surprised.
We don't want to get flanked by bad guys, GB.
Right.
So
Fair. Oof. I mean, it's still 5 damage.
Can't
And
have
then-
much left.
Is if he's still alive, I'm gonna attack him again.
yeah, kill.
With this punch, you go in and you like knock him across the face, and he falls to his knees and is definitely just in like the last few like coughs of blood. Gonna go, please, Moshika, regret. Stop. We'll back off. Stop. And just like coughing up blood on the
Oh,
ground in front of it
oh.
on like all fours. I just regret. I'll stop. Moshika, no ambush again. Stop.
And I'm gonna hit it with another.
No mercy.
No mercy, Percy over here.
Oh, damn!
I will remove its
Yeah.
head from its torso.
Rip its head
Put
off.
his blood. Put his
Oh my
blood back
God.
in his body and then you pull it
GB,
out.
how do you want to end this, dude? Like,
All
you,
right.
you have free game right now with this creature
Yes.
begging for mercy at your feet.
So I'm actually going to just. I'm basically in a monk rage right now. So I've hit him with the first one, and I get he's spitting stuff out and all of that. But the first thing I do is I look at my friend King, who is bleeding profusely from his chest.
Fair.
And I just turn and I just give him another right in the face. I kind of yell at the rat that's still off in the distance over there, like 10 feet away. And I'm just gonna hit him. I'm just looking for the hit.
Okay.
I
You
don't
just-
think it's smart enough for me to ask why it's fighting, so I'm just gonna take it out.
So you just go ahead and you just clock Mushika as it proclaimed to be, and it just has like you punch it so hard with that nat 20 that you hear the neck like spin like 100 degrees on its angle, and you hear like a snap, and it's like and falls down. The next rat is definitely scurrying away. Animal instinct is kicking in. It is feared. It's been roared after. Shit just died really violently. But you, I think you still have some movement left, maybe, or something?
I do. I think at this point I'm just gonna end my turn though.
Okay.
I know what that rat's about to do.
Shit, the grave gravel road. Yeah, that's what it's
Yeah.
about to do. Vikral.
Yeah, no. I'll let it. I'll let it go.
Lorath.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna like, but as like he kills the were-rat, like the blood splatters on me, I'm gonna like celebrate and like embrace him, like ah ha ha! Yeah, like the rage is still flowing through me, and he's
Oh,
like
sorry.
my honorary bash bro. I like it.
All right, King, are you finishing it off, or are you also letting it run into the woods?
Nah, we're gonna let the free XP go.
You don't want to play a little game of cat and mouse?
Oh,
Well, okay. I will try. How far is he? Oh, he's still right there, right?
Yeah, he hasn't had his turn yet, so
Okay, I'm just
after
gonna
your turn,
walk-
it's gonna.
Walk
Bounce.
up and try some. Oh, I can't move because I need.
You can now. You can now.
Okay.
You're good.
God damn it! I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna try to punch it, just like Brackus
Okay.
is punching rats.
He has this big, overcompensating spear. I'm gonna punch it.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a 20 plus 6 again. Hey, that's not bad. 15.
That hits. That hits.
It's 1d4 plus 4. Hello. Hey, 7.
That's exactly its HP. So same thing. You go in and you just like
Just punch.
right hook this rat.
Yeah. I
tonight,
grab it by the
bloody
tail and I go,
rats.
ah, and I bite the head off and then I start drinking the innards.
Wow, y'all are nasty. Okay, so they're all dead, guys.
Finally, some food.
Do you actually?
No, I'm just kidding. Come on, man.
I'll let you eat.
Yeah,
a
they're
rat.
not
I don't know.
savages. Come on.
You're a kitty, so
So, that happening, you guys see that is the wrong thing. You guys see no more like immediate vicinity threat.
Hey.
And you guys are all just sort of lying there, heavy breathing, acknowledging the ass whooping that just went down. That was a level 2 encounter. Just saying.
Nice.
Keep bitching about it being too high. Just saying.
do we search the big one?
There's nothing left of the little ones.
Little piles of gush,
There's
honestly.
just clouds of red.
I say, Laura, how did that arrow feel? Do you feel all right, or?
It did hurt, but I feel better now.
I didn't actually see how much damage he took, so.
He took a good amount.
Yeah, I took
Okay.
more than half.
I think he got critted, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay.
And I think he got hit before he raged, so he took the full damage, right?
Yeah. Yep, it was before I
think-
raged.
We do have a little bit of time before we get to Silvery Moon. You both ought to try to rest while on that horse for the final bit of this trek.
I agree.
Don't think I've seen someone reach that far deep down and pull up that much anger, Lorath. That was impressive.
Nobody threatens my friends and gets away with it. Also, that really hurt.
It looked like it. Brackus, thank you for shielding me for a moment.
Yeah. Let's tend to our wounded and look at these giant dudes next to me.
I would like to put my arm wherever the arrow hit, and you see it like glow a little bit, and I actually heal 5 hit points.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right. Just like this magical energy just sort of like radiates from his hand. And the wound's closed. The clothes still, like, if there are clothes there. Can't remember if you're wearing clothes or you're a shirtless kitty.
Yeah. Okay.
We've definitely turned into pumpkins.
Yeah.
True. So whatever cloth was there is definitely like scarred from where the bolt landed, but ultimately the wound has closed. Just missing a little tuft of fur.
He just healed himself with his hand. So
Yeah. Yeah. This like radiant energy just sort of like came out of his hand as he held it at a distance, and the wound's closed.
And I would also notably like kind of not shrink down, but like veins go back in. Breathing slows back down. I kind of like I shrink down a little bit because I was raging there.
There you go. Good job, guys.
I'll walk over to Lorath as well and just inspect him a little bit and just say, all right. My friend, you may have been wounded, but we have won. Now rise, young Lorath, for your fight is not done. And I cast Healing Word, 1d4 plus... God, where's the caltrips? Can never find those pointy little bastards.
Cantrips. Caltrips are different.
No, caltrips. Caltrips.
Oh, God.
These...
Oh, God. You're right.
Hurt like Legos when you step on them.
When you step on a 1d4, you take 1d4 damage.
Yes, you do.
For sure.
That's a 4 plus 3, my spellcasting modifier, so you gain 7 hit points.
All right.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice.
How do you feel? Both of you.
Much better now.
I feel great now.
Easy Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger, yeah. Great.
I should probably move before more of those things show up, though.
Let's move then. If you don't need to rest, let's move.
Yeah, I think we don't need to rest.
All right.
High fives all around.
Yeah.
Yay.
So you guys hop back on your horses, and I will recontinue the clip-clop.
And there was nothing in the werebat after all, right? The were-rat, my bad.
Who was checking his pockets? Who was leading that? Okay, you can roll an investigation check, Brackus.
Probably the neck snapper. What do you fight for? Murdering little rats is what you fight for.
Here I was trying to appeal to who I thought was the merciful one of the group.
I did not see the neck snap coming.
I
thought
was
he was
wrong.
Gonna be like, get out of here.
Horribly
I'm merciful
wrong.
to humans.
He can turn back into a human. Actually, good point there. As you're investigating him, you see that his form actually does revert back to a young aged man, maybe like early 20s.
You killed a child.
Reverts back into a human. It is your first encounter with such a creature. But yeah, this creature was definitely cursed of some kind or had some kind of ability or gift. You're not sure. But yeah, transformed back into a neck snapped human.
That is disgusting. Of all the creatures to turn into, huh?
Did he have anything on him?
You rolled a 15?
Yep.
So you managed to find a small pouch. Inside the small pouch, you find a set of playing die. You also find 3 silver and 14 pieces of copper.
Okay. If I had been searching specifically for something, should I call that out?
I mean, you can. Like, he also has like clothes and a belt and boots and a crossbow.
I was checking to see if he had like a reason to attack us, or if he was just like he had like a letter saying get the guys, or that kind of thing.
Yeah, I assume like basically with these rolls, you really check his pockets for literally anything of interest. So I'd call anything like that out.
Okay.
Or if there's any specific like marking or something on his body, you don't see any of that either. Really just a simple little coin purse with a bunch of like copper and silver. Presumably because he's maybe stopped people on the road before. He seemed pretty confident in the beginning, as if he had done this before with success. No longer.
So After I search him, I find this little coin purse with look, and I see dice and some coins and stuff, and I just kind of put it back down. All right, are you guys ready to go?
Okay. You leave it on his body. You don't take it.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about money.
Who are you?
Very,
He's like,
very
broke your neck. You got nothing. That's great.
This guy's
I'm gonna bury him.
Give me no knowledge. I'm done.
Knowledge. No.
No.
Huh, this golden key that oddly looks like a vault
Get this
lock.
peasant boy out of my way.
What is this scroll of level up? No.
Yeah.
Scroll of level up. That's not a thing, viewers.
It's not a thing.
Not in this world.
Okay. I would definitely say, however, that just if I look at this real quick, I don't say the Vickerl with. Wow, Vickerl actually has the highest passive perception. Vickerl, you definitely notice that he doesn't take the coin, and you would hear just a slight little ding as he drops it back on the body and leaves.
Brackus,
Yes.
do you have any plans for that pouch of coin?
No, if you'd like it, please take it.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna reach down and pick up the kid's body, rip it off, and throw it to Vickerl,
That'll work.
and then drop his body.
Dinner's on young Ryan here.
Poor Ryan. All right, you guys hop back on your horses, head back to Silvery Moon. As the city, you've seen the city lights at this distance even before the fight began. With nighttime, you guys make your way there, and eventually make your way to the city gates. Same thing. There's like a small evening lineup for those that are just getting there after the day's travel. Same thing, and similar to Everlund, you guys are asked for your names at the entrance, just for since this is like a walled-in city, just for the records and everything. Do you guys all give the same information you did in Everlund?
Brackus of the order.
Brackets of the Vickerl, Wild Rose, and all the spiel.
King Rose, blah, blah.
How much gold did you say was on Ryan?
3 silver.
3 silver?
3 silver, and I think I said 14 copper.
Great.
I had pie in mind.
Yes.
Hey.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. A bright, shimmering, shining city, also denoted by these tall trees that stick out above the height of the walls. Just these massive, must be centuries-old trees just sticking out in the city. Some that have buildings actually going to the top of them. Seems very, very developed, and you do see, you know, in a lot of cities you're going to see like a major sort of like tower central. This one definitely has like a tower that sticks out more than most, but there's also a lot of towers in general throughout the city. As arcane users, you know, seem to like their towers getting closer to the stars and all that stuff. So you definitely see a lot of those being a bit predominant. And even from a distance, as soon as you pass those city walls, in a distance you would see that beautiful gleaming moon bridge that kind of goes over the River Robin that passes right through the whole city of Silvery Moon. Beautiful bridge of just like rainbowish color. I'm thinking of like the Thor movies, you know, just arcing over in permanence.
The Bifrost.
Is
The Bifrost bridge.
Is that bridge? I don't think I asked this before, but is that bridge like connecting the main road, or is it like? Is there a reason to go across it?
To get to the other side.
Well, walk myself right into that one.
yeah.
Come on, Laura. But like, does it connect the road that we're going through? Like, do we go through the town?
Yeah. So
we have to go over it, is what I'm saying.
Well, you don't know. You don't know where the conclave is located in the city yet. You'd have to do a bit of investigating. Lorath didn't spend much time here trying to figure out the layout of the town.
Or did he? He
Or
doesn't
did
know.
he? At least he doesn't remember. But it really, like, the river really goes, in the picture that I'm showing you, it really flows right through the city, splitting it in two. So the moon bridge is really what connects the two halves of this walled-in city.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Like, if you were gonna pass through Silvery Moon, do you have to go over it to get to the other side?
Oh, to like if you're just going through the city.
Yeah, like let's say we were going to
Understand.
Hawk's Nest or something, and we were coming from Everlund. Do we have to like, is it part of the main travel?
Okay. That makes more sense than like why did the chicken cross the road? Which is what I originally thought it was. No, so actually all main roads are on the larger portion of the bridge side. So you guys are coming in at what is called the Moor Gate, essentially. And then what comes out on the other side is the Hunter's Gate. That would be the one going off a little like west-ish. And then the northern gate would be the Sundabar Gate, I believe, if I'm getting that right.
Oh, because it's the route that heads through Hawk's Nest and then Sundabar.
Yeah, exactly. And then the inside part is really on the inside, like of where you see like that river pass on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you guys have made your way to Silvery Moon. It is evening. Near this gate, which is the gate that you last exited through, is the tavern that you would be familiar with, Vickrell. It would be the one where you stayed previously.
The dancing goat.
The Dancing Goat. It is getting towards nighttime, so up to you guys if you want to explore the city at night, or if you want to head in for the night.
Just to clarify, as far as timing goes, if I remember right, we timed it out essentially when we left. Like, we had enough time for a day in Silvery Moon to get this done, and then it was like go back time.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys obviously just, used a bit of, inner strength for that last encounter on the road. And you guys are getting there. Now we're past dusk by the time you roll in, like it is nighttime. But up to you if you want to do like some pre-scouting, figuring out where you're going, and then start fresh in the morning, or if you really want to spend, the whole day tomorrow investigating and doing what you have to do.
I want to know where we're going in town.
I agree. I think if we have time tonight to at least eliminate that problem, we have more time tomorrow to do what we need.
I agree. I've never been to this town. Is there someone we can talk to, an innkeep, that we can ask where this place is?
I believe, is the Dancing Goat also an inn?
Yeah, it's where I was staying.
Right. So you could go to the Dancing Goat and you can ask the barkeep any information that you'd like, see what he would have handy. Or innkeeps, general rule of D&D, innkeeps, barkeeps, or like your, your rumor mill, your like info about town.
They are your Skyrim quest markers.
Yeah.
Pretty much, they're like a reliable chit-chat anywhere you go. So you guys can head up to the tavern keep of the Dancing Goat.
This is where Fickrell and Lorath started, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So does Lorath recognize this place? Out of curiosity.
I was gonna ask because I feel like I would remember that bridge, but do I remember anything prior to when I met Vickrell? Like, since I'm coming back to the city and I originally awoke in the city, am I having any kind of like triggered memories or anything? Like, I feel like if you see some kind of crazy Rainbow Road bridge, like that would be like.
It's pretty visual, yeah. So I'd say you could roll I don't know. Roll like an insight check against yourself.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just want to go with something wisdom. I'm not sure what. Just roll an insight check.
Would it be like maybe a wisdom save or something?
That's for later.
No, perfect.
Insight check versus his wisdom save.
He's like insight checking himself. Was like, do I think that I know that I know that I might think when I know where I am?
Eureka! I remember. No, just like a Vietnam flashback.
You don't recall the name. You'd think that something this visual would remind you of something, but you dig deep within Lorath's brain,
Which is big, you guys. He's not stupid. He just has a mental block.
Yeah, and you're still
That's a
not
large
getting
brain.
any recollection whatsoever.
CD, it's
Okay.
okay. You have an intelligence of 7. You're stupid.
No, I'm tired of everybody in the chat saying I'm playing myself in this campaign. This is not true. I'm getting all this shit all week. Lorath isn't dumb. CD not dumb. CD smart. Big brain. Think a lot.
Big, smooth.
But nothing
Uh,
is striking you. Same thing. You had hope that maybe coming back to the city, and now
Okay.
after some time, some brain cells regenerating after whatever initially made you lose your memory. But still, nothing.
Another
There's nothing
real
to come
quick
back.
side question. Do I remember being with Vickrell here when I woke up? Like I
Yeah,
said the
you
other
do.
day. Okay,
Yeah, you do. You remember the events that you've lived through so far.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. For now.
We're gonna get in a fight and get hit with a mallet, and I'm gonna remember everything, and then get hit again, and then I'm gonna forget it.
Okay, you roll into the Dancing Goat, which is near the bridge. Actually, it's near the bankside, and you walk into this tavern. One of the reasons that Vickrell liked this tavern is it does have a revelry-filled dance floor, so it is definitely like a poppin', energetic place. And other than the dance floor, though, the rest of the establishment is just sort of like dimly lit, and it does have some upstairs rooms should you want to stay the night. But definitely, busy tavern, noisy, booming, entertainment. 24/10. It's a 10-day week.
I'm not ready for that.
It is a week is called a 10-day. So when someone says like a back unit 10-day, it means a week. Like one word, 10-day, all in one word.
Like a fortnight.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't like that.
I don't know, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Should we secure our rooms before we decide to or seek information?
Maybe we can do both at the same time.
Oh, we're in the same place where we're gonna sleep. Gotcha.
Vickrell, have you stayed in this town before?
I've stayed here, as a matter of fact. These are my people, if you will. My kind
Well,
of people.
We look to you to find room, but also, where are we going? I've never seen this town before.
I know of the Vault of... I know of the Conclave, but I never ventured out to find it. It didn't really interest me. I'm sure the innkeep, whose name I can't quite remember for the life of me right now, but I'm sure it'll come to me. They'll probably know. I'll grab the rooms, and do we have a bite to eat before we head out, or do you just want to go?
If
Let's get some
hungry, we
food.
can- I imagine Lorath is hungry.
Lorath's hungry. Lorath, eat much food.
The name of the barkeep is Sam G. the Wise.
Oh. Wait, I know this guy.
I know this guy.
No, you don't.
Him and Fredo, they went and got that necklace and gave it to some valley.
Sam G looks over you, bald man with sort of like the bowl, cut, but like balded on the top.
The Friar Tuck?
Exactly, the Friar Tuck, sitting there. He currently just seemed to exchange some keys with some other people at the keep. You go, the Vickrell, welcome back. Here to entertain our guests for another evening of dancing and pleasantries.
I mean, gladly, if it'll get me a room for free.
You're trying that again. Nope, I only accept coin. Some days you perform like shit, and I can't risk it, so I need you to pay up. Heard about this masquerade the other day.
Wow, words traveled fast, I see. Yes, I believe. Forgive me, I've never stayed with. I don't say this loudly. Is the rest of the party nearby?
You could, tell them to like hang back and go up on your own, so you'll take care of business if you want.
If I'm up there on my
Okay.
own, I'll quietly say I've never stayed here with guests. Not ones that I'd want in my own room. So, do you have separate rooms, or is it single lodging again?
would the rest of you actively be trying to hear the conversation, or you're letting him conduct the
I
business?
feel like I wouldn't go too far away from Vickrell unless he told me to go away from him.
Okay,
I'm
but would you
looking
like be
just-
paying attention to what he's saying, or you're just staying nearby?
In a tavern with food, dance. No, I'm. Lorath is like squirrel, and then just.
And he's just physically nearby.
Yeah, I'm nearby, but I'm probably not paying attention.
Brackus and King, you guys either?
I'm mostly watching. I know that Vickrell stayed here by now, so I'm just interested in like I don't know. I'm not a big fan of places like this, so
Okay.
I'm just kind of watching.
Okay. All right.
I'll do the same. I will, keep an eye out. I've never seen so many people besides that party.
Fair. Sure. So you're asking if there was separate rooms, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we can arrange what you want. We don't have rooms for 4, but I have a room with a double bed, and 4 people can totally split the room. Or I can have 4 small individual rooms, however you prefer. It's much cheaper if you all share a bigger room, but don't mind me, whatever you guys do.
I think we'll go with 4 separate rooms for now.
All right. That'll be a silver each.
All right. I'll cover it. Thank you, Ryan. I just say out loud.
Sam G. the Wise.
No, it's not to you. No. We got some coin off of young Ryan earlier. And
Ryan was a child that we killed. No, Lorath wouldn't. He was not paying attention.
Killed.
We murdered a child earlier.
Eesh, Chad. Eesh.
He was like 20, but I will say that I look at most 20-year-olds like, you're allowed to vote?
Episode 2, Murder Hobos.
Yeah.
All right. Here you go. So he'll hand out 4 keys, each on like a small ring, nothing too complicated. All right. The rooms are on the 2nd floor, and drinks are not on the house tonight. So we had a ladies' night last time you were here, so that was booming.
Fair enough. Thank you. Yeah, we'll grab some quick bite to eat and a drink for my friends. I assume another silver will suffice.
Sure.
Great. And I'll give him 1 more silver. And I'll
Okay.
go back to the group, and I'll just say, Laura,
still hear the
you
horses.
remember when we were here? It was all separate rooms. So they offered a room for the 4 of us together, but it's been a long day. I'm sure after we go out and find the place, we'll all want our own time to ourselves to unwind. So I paid for all of our rooms, or rather, Ryan paid for all of our rooms for the night, so everyone has a separate room.
Who's Ryan?
Oh, I just named that young were thing that we...
And
The kid that we murdered.
And left in the
Regarding-
middle of the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
regarding the library, where did the barkeep know?
The barkeep was not asked.
Correct. Sorry, I was doing
I
like
know, I
3
wasn't-
things in my
I
character sheet
wasn't
trying to
around,
mess
so I
with
don't know.
the currency. I would... Vickrell would have remembered to ask.
Okay.
Brutus does not. Vickrell smart, Brutus dumb. Opposite of CD.
He would have charged you 2 copper, and he would have offered over like a map of the city that he would have
yeah.
like rolled out in front of you, and then he would have left you with like a, he's a bar guy. He's got flyers for people to roll into town. He's one of the closest ones to one of the gates, so he knows how it goes with newcomers.
Perfect.
So if you take 2 copper, he would share with you a map, and he would explain that the conclave is kind of all over the northern curve of the city. However, if you're looking for the Vault of Sages specifically, it's on the opposite side of the moon bridge.
I see. Thank you.
And he would share thus with you. This is your map of Silvery Moon.
This is a
So-
black screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I very much enjoy this, but unless you put my token in here, I can't see any.
Correct.
I see the moon bridge thing, but everything else is just black.
I also see the moon.
What moon bridge thing?
There's like a little
There's a
bridge.
token for it.
Man, it's dark in this town.
It's dark in this town.
Someone light a candle.
Wait a second.
Moonbridge is not very bright.
We opened this up and it said, you don't own a token that has any visibility in this area.
Oh, well, that's dumb.
I agree, but I mostly am on your side, Snooze.
Suddenly, GB has some extra inspiration dies, and we just
Yeah.
don't understand why.
Yeah.
Can you guys see it now?
Yes, it's great.
Yeah.
Cool. There you go. So where he would have pointed to you is that the Vault of Sages is here.
And we're on the north side of this.
You guys are about like here-ish. You rolled in at the moon
We
gate.
came through the moon gate, okay.
Yeah, the docks are here. The bridge is here. I think I left you guys like a picture of the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this too.
If
I'm
you
having a
don't-
great time.
There you go. Cool.
Oh, that's cool. And at the bottom, it shows you like the elevation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you guys grab a table, grab a drink, sprawl out the map in front of you, and you guys are left with an evening to rest and to like drink and party, do whatever you want, or to plan the next day's events. Vikril, you have also visited in your small time here. You would know that the market is also here, and that's where most of the trade goods and everything happens.
Well, we have an abundance of coin. We ought to at least stop there if there's time to at some point before leaving town.
Vikril, do you know of Outram's Music Conservatory?
You know, oddly, and I did not, but that sounds
Yeah.
fantastic.
It does. It does.
There is some pretty cool shit in the city.
Coming up next for episode 3, Vickrel's gonna do music stuff at the
Oh, wait,
conservatory.
can we go to the ladies' college? Can we go to the ladies' college? Oh, God, let's go right now.
I just see you guys like having a few drinks, just looking at this map, pointing at words and getting real
Ladies'
excited.
Oh my, Lorath, what is it with our luck of caravanning and horse riding together, though? That is the second time that we've been attacked. I mean, thankfully we fared much better that time around with our new friends, but we've got to figure out a way to not nearly die on the road.
Wait, second time?
The caravan attack, remember? On the way in together to Silvery Moon.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't remember.
No.
On this map here, it says that there's a guard post on the other side of the moon bridge. Do we need to make a plan for those guards, or I've never been here. Are they going to ask us what we're doing? It looks like on the other side of this map, I see a school of thaumaturgery. I see a barracks. This seems like a
Essentially, yeah, and I figure you could have asked the barkeep as well for a bit more information. Is essentially getting to the other side is see it as like a university grounds, right? So there are different schools. There's like the School of Thaumaturgy, Ladies College. There is the Vault of Sages. So typically, he'd explain that there is some sort of access that needs to be granted in order to access, you know, some of the most renowned school of magic training grounds in the realms. Silver Moon being a very magical city.
I hope
Magical prone, yeah.
this letter gets us through the guard post.
Well, if not, then perhaps a word from the Marquis himself would suffice, and I cast Disguise Self and become Marquis Brexley.
No. No.
Whoa! Oh,
But yes, hopefully the letter will do.
very well.
Laura's really confused now.
Very
You thought he was confused before.
Very well.
Shit, that's a
So-
total lie. I don't have disguised self yet. That didn't happen. I'm
He
thinking.
goes like this, and nothing happens.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Lorath still equally as confused. This is easy playing a confused person.
All right, so in the morning, we'll go and we'll make our pass at the guard posts. If they let us in, where on the map, DM? Vault of the Sages, that's this here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll make our way there. If we don't make it through the guard posts, what should we do?
Maybe we can go around.
That's a large river. I don't intend on swimming.
I'm sure people have been denied before, but yet we've got through. There's got to be a way.
We will have to adapt, I suppose. I would assume, given Marquis's confidence in the fact that this will suffice, that it actually will. I assume that he's either been here before himself and they've allowed him in, so as representatives of the Marquis, then we should have safe passage.
Q, I got a bad feeling about this.
I'm starting to think about this for a little bit, and I get up and I walk back over to the barkeep
Okay.
real quick, and I say, "Barkeep,
Sam G the Wise.
Sam G, thank you.
The Wise. Full thing. It's a thing.
Have you met or heard of a Marquis Zacharias Brexley?"
Sounds like fancy folk. No.
Uh-oh.
There's a lot. There's a lot of fancy folk around here. Honestly, too many for my old brain to remember.
Where did the fancy
gesture
folk
of knocking on his bald head?
Seems like they don't come here. Where do the fancy folk go that I might hear more about this Brexley?
Oh yeah, they definitely go around here a lot. Just not in my tavern specifically.
Thank you. Sam Gee?
Sam G the Wise.
Sam G.
Sam G the Wise.
The Wise. Thank you so much for your time, Sam G. The Wise. I'm not gonna head back. And I look back at the group and I say, I'm not sure I know how to check whether or not Marquis Brexley is going to help us. Maybe tomorrow we ask a guard on our way in before we get to the guard post. I'd hate for us to get stopped on the other side of that bridge.
Oh, crap.
I've also found that coin sometimes talks louder than a simple sheet of paper.
We have plenty of coin.
Not too loudly, Laura.
Oh, sorry.
Like I said, these are my kind of people, and we
Friends.
don't need. Yeah, not exactly.
All right. So you guys aren't going out and about and adventuring in the evening. You guys are gonna rest up here, wake up in the morning.
I
Is
want to
that the
wake up
plan?
very early. I want to get up a little
Full
bit
day.
before the sun.
Yeah, I think we did a big party night the night before. Even for Lorath, I think we're all kind of focused. I feel like he's understanding like we're all on a like short timeline. Like it'd be different if we had,
A week
all
or
the time
two.
all the time in the world. We can go to the market and do all this other stuff, but it's different when they're like,
Plus, it's already been like 24 hours, right? Or something like that.
Or so.
Like after.
Yeah, we have 3 of these, and we're 30% through our time.
Jeez. All right.
All right. Well, then you guys would turn in relatively early if there's no other business to conduct. Each into your individual. I had a moment. Individual rooms. It's like you kept trying to get out the word and it just came out worse and worse. Your individual rooms.
Individual.
Yes. And you get a full night's rest.
Do
Yeah.
I, as I sleep, start to feel the power of ki within me?
You start feeling just a bit more amazing,
All
and
right.
you guys would wake up refreshed, as if you leveled up.
Yay!
I grew an inch.
It's like waking up with morning wood.
When paired with King saying I grew an inch, those are two very interesting comments.
God, I need to get more women in these games.
Yeah.
So many dick jokes.
We're taking applications starting
That was
immediately.
a height joke, but take it how you guys want.
Summer is prepared to come and play D&D with us.
Oh,
I don't know if Summer would help our situation.
I feel like Summer would
Should
also
make it
make
worse.
dick jokes.
Yeah,
The
we should make
exact same amount of dick jokes would
Yeah.
be made.
all right. So you guys all level up. Up to you guys if you want to go a bit more. If not, this is also a good place to end for the evening. As it is 11:11. I guess since we just leveled up, we can take the time to level up just for the rest of the stream if you guys want.
Correct.
Let me know some of the new stuff coming your way.
Yeah.
And then we'll start fresh tomorrow. And tomorrow will actually be the day of detectiving,
I'm
God,
so
words.
excited. I'm so
detective.
I swear I've been drinking water, you guys. It's
Detectivating.
I'll be honest.
been a long day.
Uh,
This is what we get for
Alright.
playing on Wednesdays. I have a full day's work in me, contrary to when we play on
Tuesdays.
Sundays. All right, guys. So
Great.
level up mode.
Yep.
Let's get some exciting moving.
Yeah.
Also, do you
Um,
guys still hear the horses, or is it just on my end?
What horses?
No,
The clippy clop?
What?
They're
Is
gone
it-
now. She turned them
I think
off.
it's.
She just
Oh,
turned them
okay.
off.
What?
No, I thought it might have been a bug. That's why I was like, I didn't say anything because I thought it was when I
No,
loaded
there's
back in. It was all.
in the bar. They're on the dance floor, like.
I love this place.
Watching.
Love that.
So as I'm doing my level up in D&D Beyond,
Yep.
Yes.
so I leveled up. I gained hit points.
Yep.
Yes. We can roll our hit points if you guys want. If you
Yep.
guys are rolling, or I don't know what you're doing.
Did we
The
level
game
up
did
in
it
here
for
again?
me.
Oh, manage
So
levels.
I went from 10 to 17 hit points. Seems
Yes.
alright.
That's good. That's multiple
then-
crossbow hits.
And then the next thing over, it wants me to roll for ability scores. Am I adding to those right now?
You would not, because when you go back to your character builder, it essentially is so, and I'll do it on stream for Vickrel. So if I were to change my bard to level 2 and do that, you sure you want to level up the bard class? Yeah, let's do it. And it automatically rolls mine up as well to my hit points of 17. You can change that as an option to do rolled hit points, but I'm gonna take the regular.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I will also take the 17 hit
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then so it just basically is back in your character builder. So if you hit next again, it's as if you're building your character for the first time. So if you just level up,
Oh,
you can go back by hitting this button right. You guys can't see my screen, but next to the thing where it says what's next, that little character sheet icon, and it'll take you out. For my second level, I did get magical bardic inspiration. So if I inspire you now and you cast a spell that either restores hit points or deal damage, you can use my die as extra damage or extra healing, not just as extra roll on your attack. So you
that's
can,
very neat.
yeah, it's pretty nasty. I also have Jack of all trades, so I get a whole bunch of bonuses to all my rolls because, Bard.
Mhm.
And then I also can sing a Song of Rest to essentially give people an extra hit die when we take a short rest.
Oh, that's super
Or
great.
an extra
So-
1d6, not a full hit die, but still pretty good.
I gained key points. So
Nice.
moving forward, when I unarmed strike, I'm going to hit 3 times instead of 2.
Nasty.
I hope that it goes well for me.
Oh,
And that's
I get-
basically it.
I get divine smites.
Oh,
That's
shit.
like 2d8
Really?
plus stuff, right? That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
What's crazy about Divine Smite is he can decide to add the Divine Smite after he knows that he hits.
Yep.
So he doesn't
Oh.
even waste it. It's like, I hit, all right.
So I'm just
Gross.
saying, you're starting to sound like a paladin to me.
Yeah, that's what I am. I just different route than your typical paladin, hopefully.
The kitty cat
Yeah,
route.
oh my god. Or if he rolls a nat 20 and then he says smite, that's then 4d8 because those would get doubled.
Plus the damage of his spear also doubled.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
And
gross.
He's
get
like,
a
oh, I
different fighting
critted? Let's
style.
make it a smite. Why not?
And I get fighting style, so I re-roll 1s and 2s.
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool. All right.
I think
All right.
that's what I'm going with.
Lorath is gonna get a little more interesting. I get reckless attack, which I
Yes.
throw all concern for defense out, and attack with fierce desperation. Gives me advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength, but attack rolls against you have advantage as well. And then I also get danger sense. So if I have an uncanny sense of when things are nearby aren't as they should be, giving me the edge to dodge away from danger.
Yeah,
I
so
feel
you
like
get
a barb-
advantage on dex saves, I believe. With
Yeah,
that.
it says you have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. You gain this benefit if you can't be blinded, or you gain this benefit and I can't be blinded, defended, or incapped.
Incapacitated.
Yeah. What am I? Am I dumb? What is this?
You're also having a stroke.
I think I am. Oh, deafened! I am an idiot.
I can't
I'm
be
like,
defended?
what?
What?
I was like, what? But I think that's all I get for level 2.
Yeah, level 2 is like that first juice of, hey, you're, class of
You're
whatever. And then level 3 is like, now start to specialize that subclass stuff.
For sure.
It's exciting.
Yeah, level 1 really sucks. So I did want to get you guys there as soon as possible. Just the initial fight wasn't enough.
Pew,
That's fair.
pew, pew.
And it's cooler to level up on stream, I think.
Yeah.
Are we
Duh.
still gonna go with? Are you going to choose my path at level 3?
We'll see.
Oh, God, because you don't know what kind of barbarian you are from your history? Oh, that's...
I voted that I don't get to choose, and I have the DM choose, but it's your call.
That's
I
wild.
I like the idea of not knowing the mystery.
We will talk for sure once we're closer.
Okay. So like after next Wednesday will be level
Definitely.
3, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I guess if we fight the entire library.
All the books.
And the city guard.
Just saying,
We're gonna need to
there's
snap a
people
lot.
in that library that can literally go, hey, and
You're a
like
toad.
before you were dead.
We're gonna need to snap a lot more child necks before we do that.
Oh my god! What is happening?
Rest in peace, Ryan.
Ryan. Ripperonis Ryan.
All right. Okay, so level ups have happened. You guys are a bit more badass. We had GB's actual first combat that had, 2 rounds instead of 1. Every level, maybe we'll get another round of combat in.
For the record, though, I'm 2 for 2 on my rounds there.
You are. 2 rounds, 2 kills.
That's true. That's true. Keeping track. He's the Legolas that's ahead of the Gimli right now.
All of the party is like, stay on his good side, dude. He's like knocking holes through people, snapping necks.
What do you fight for? Nah, not worth it.
The rat doesn't know.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. We will see you guys same time next week, right? Yes,
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time next week.
Yeah.
And then we will actually get a day of exploring the city and trying to figure out what the hell is up with this book, what the hell is up with, this marquee. Are these papers going to work? Are we actually going to be able to find out what exactly happened and why this book thing happened? So would be a day of investigation next session, I believe, and maybe more. Who knows? Next time on...
Fight Club
Fight
RP.
Club RP.
I didn't forget the name. I just didn't finish my sentence. It's cool. It's cool. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You guys are awesome. So same time next week, twitch.tv/FightClub RP, all in one word. 8 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday nights. Have a great
Tell your
evening.
friends.
Tell your friends. Share on the socials and the whole
Tell
shebang.
your family. I'm not opposed to your mom being in chat.
I love that.
Same. All the moms out there.
Bring out the mom.
All right,
go.
time to end it. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.